Hello, my friends. Hello, welcome, crew. Welcome, citizens. My name is Peter, aka Commander Wacko. All of this is Simstarr. I'm glad that you are here today. The Simstarr is my 1.5 thousand pound motion simulator, mostly built, modified, and refurbished by me, and we are going to use it today to play Elite Dangerous. Elite Dangerous is a flight simulator game in the same vein as Microsoft Flight Simulator or Euro Truck Simulator that's on the ground. The idea is that the little minutia of making things work is the gameplay. That's why I specifically call out those as opposed to other well-known sci-fi games. This is all about simulation and simulating we are going to do because that's actually just a ridiculous segue. Um, what we are doing today is at first complicated and boring, and I promise you will turn around to interesting, intriguing, and tell me more. But I got to start with the boring stuff, so bear with me. Okay, so we're playing Elite Dangerous. We have colonized our own solar system, which is here. Let's zoom out. That's where we are right now. And that's the entire Milky Way, right? And we are uh, hundreds of light years from Earth. We are out in the suburbs of what's called the bubble of civilization. When we created this place, it was moved into by whatever powerful local government was nearby, and that happened to be the Empire. Now, at first, we were getting along with the Empire. Okay, I was like, I don't like some of your practices, but I'm not going to be a jerk about it. It's fine. Um, I go into the commodities market, and human beings are marked as commodities. You can buy and sell slaves. So I said, listen, you got to stop doing that. This is my system, this is my world. You got to stop doing that. And the Empire said, no, questioning the Empire is a crime. And I said, okay, that's fine. And I immediately moved into subterfuge. This is real. This part actually happened. So I didn't have a conversation with the Empire. But when I saw that the Empire wasn't able to change their ways, I started looking up and realizing Googling how to overthrow a government. And the answer was to take missions from them and then fail those missions. And then take missions from the guys you do want to have in control and succeed those missions. So I started taking all kinds of things, and one of the big ones was passenger missions. So I said I would pick up a whole bunch of people and I would fly them out, and I just didn't do it. And that's when it started getting a little bit real. It started getting a little bit real because if you remember in the news about last year, the FAA making mistakes and accidents happening and flights not taking off in time was definitely hurting the political capital, the people in charge. That's what was going on. Actually, you know what? I should hold that thought for just a second. I'm getting into the parts I'm excited about, but I haven't actually properly welcomed the stream. So, welcome everybody to Project Simstarr on both YouTube and Twitch. '07 of the people who have already said hello. '07 Joshua Pritt, '07 Elaine, '07 Dirty Steve 89. Oh, hey, Steam Elements, why not? '07 Towel Bro. '07 Gentle Berserker. I know that UPick was here, but that was like 12 hours ago when I scheduled the stream. They joined and said, I'm ready. So '07 to you as well. Anyway, well, I didn't actually acknowledge you guys in the chat. So '07, my friends. Okay. So I started taking these missions, I started failing these missions, and they legitimately started to notice. '07 William Wilkinson's 3564. Welcome.
You'll leave before I do.
Stop trying to get. All right, whose side are you on? You're already trying to get my goat. What the heck, man? All right. So I started taking these missions. I started to fail them, and they started to notice. Okay. Let's go into this menu. I'll show you how that looks. So you go into the mission board, and then it doesn't matter what station you're at in the system. You go to the mission board, and you see who has control over things. And over at Project Simstarr, the starbase is the flotilla Estelar Ibarra. These guys are Empire, and they are currently at 48%. They started at 55%, and the efforts we did started making them go down. You notice I'm marked as absolutely hostile. It's completely zero. There's no room for any kind of communication with these guys. So these are the guys that are in charge. These are the guys that started to undermine. They started to notice. They started saying, "Hey, you've got to stop it with this rhetoric. You got to stop sabotaging our money flow. This has got to stop." I didn't. It went all the way to hostile. And when I logged in, which I don't normally do before the stream starts, because I usually just do all this stuff right with you guys. But I was signing in, taking missions, letting them fail, coming back like 12 hours later, taking some more. I boot up inside of the Project Simstarr station. I boot that up, and they, excuse me, I boot that up, and they start shooting at me in the station, in the cargo bay. I'm down all the way, and they're starting to shoot through the bulkhead to try to get to me. That's how mad they were. That's how angry they are with me. Yeah, so the Empire in general is green, but my reputation with them is completely tanked. So I sign out. I don't think much of it. I'm like, they can't do anything to me. And I'm learning, even though this is a video game, I'm learning what it is to be a political dissident because I wake up in prison. I boot back up the game, even though they hadn't destroyed me. I woke up in jail. They had thrown me out. I've been exiled from my own station. I'm like, oh my God, that's crazy. So I fly back to another station that we had created. Excuse me, dang. I fly back to another station that we had created. This is called Elite Dangerous, sir. Welcome, 07. That's how we say hello around here. So I load up in the station, and now we are running an anti-government propaganda machine from exile. This is really happening. It's called the background simulation. We can affect who's in charge of what. And for the first time, after 11 years of playing this game, I actually care about who's in charge. These guys have pissed me off. I don't like their policies. Like, literally, I actually dislike them. I want to throw them out, and I'm starting a dissonant movement to do so. So over at the Discord, we started talking about this and how to get them to go. We started taking missions for them, and as I was saying, now the guys that we want in charge, we have a couple of choices. It's these 4 people in this space. That's all we can do. So we'll start at the bottom. There's the mob. So the black market runs at about 5% of the comings and goings of our system. There is the corpos. They are the HIP 83983 Crimson Creative Holdings. They had at one point a 28% hold of the system. And then there's the guys that we've actually chosen, which is Operation Ida. They're an independent cooperative, and those guys really appealed to me. So they're an independent cooperative, and those are the guys I want in charge. And even though they are below the corporation, we decided that those are the guys that we should back. So we started doing that. And the way that this game works is that they have to leapfrog over the corporation in order to move on. 07, Adam. 07, welcome. Welcome, Kidhead, by the way. I don't think I said your name out loud. Welcome. Ada are the ones doing the colony deliveries. Yes, you are correct. Operation Ida are the guys that are player-based, so that makes it even better. These guys are player-based. We're not actually messing with them. We're messing with an NPC version of them, but they're going around and they're helping people out. So we have chosen that we want our system to be run as a co-op. A little bit of socialism up in here. We have decided that we want these guys to do it, and all of this explanation is to tell you that this is really happening. We actually have a chance to change this, and we have to put the effort in to make it happen. Okay, so that's where we are. Welcome, King Cayenne. Welcome. So we are, as you can see, fully aligned with these guys, and we have gotten them up from about 16% to 23. We've gotten these guys down. Hey, look, there's a stinging insect in here. Nice. We've gotten these guys down from their 30% down to 23, and now that they're even, we have to go to war. What is my system? I'm glad you asked because we get to test this now. Hold on. There you go. On both Twitch and YouTube, I have posted the location of our system. So if you want to come and have an effect on this, I prefer you guys not to undermine us, but hey, that's what you guys want to do. Oh, yes, the Empire faction is also player-based. This is true. But that Empire faction's got to go. Okay, so all of this ramble All of this is just to tell you that we are not at war with the Empire right now, but we're ridiculously hostile. They will shoot on sight, but we are at war with the corporation, the Corpos, which is HIP 83983 Crimson Creative Holdings. We don't mind that there's capitalism in our system, so we're going to let these guys slide, but we have to let them know in no uncertain terms that we are above them. So we're going to have to shoot some people today. However, before we do that, there is another thing that we've got to take care of, because right now I'm maxed out in my missions, although some of them have timed out. These are the ones that, this is the reason I'm so hostile. So we're going to discard those. And we're going to do a couple of passenger missions before we engage in battle. So before guns are out, we're going to do some more of these other missions. And what I love about this, it's very, very subtle until you start doing it. What I love about this is as we're creating strife, as we're saying this government is bad, it needs to be overthrown. While we're doing that, we're also saying, look at how the buses go on time. Look at how you're able to arrive. Look at how much more prosperous you are, actually. So we're not making the illusion of prosperity. We're actually making one work better than the other, and that's going to help our position politically. This is actually a thing that this game does. It's built in. It's called the background simulation. I usually don't pay attention to it at all until it affected my home, and now we're actually moving on to it. Yeah, at least you're doing it before the system becomes high security. Correct. So we have something like 16 of the systems. We have about 16 of the systems of our
put.
Thank you, Nibbler. Stop trying to get my coat, Gentle Berserker. You're actually going to do it. All right, so we have about 16 to 18 of the things in this solar system that we're building. The crew, you guys in the chat, you guys over the Discord have been working really hard to establish different stations and ground settlements and things of that nature. But we had to put a stop to that. So we're literally on strike. We said, Dirty Steve's gotten himself a hog. He's gone whole hog on this. All right, so we have, in an actual player way, gone on complete strike. No more labor will be done to expand this area until the Empire is gone. They don't like that either. But we have stopped doing that, and all of the people who were building those colonies are now doing things to undermine the Empire and up the co-op, right? Okay. So I just threw out a bunch of missions. Now I'm going to go and switch my ship out. Another thing I did over the week was I built some new Lynx Highlanders. I like this gameplay. I want to do a warm-up, so we're going to do it from here. So I realized last night that I can set up different ones. So we have one set up for economy, for business, and for first class. So at this point, nobody can tell us no. They can't say, no, you don't have the outfitting. We don't have to replace the cargo cabin. We just replace the ship. Gentle Berserker has gotten himself a shark, a voodoo shark. Careful, those guys hold a grudge. Welcome, all happy nomad. Welcome. You just missed the preamble to all the actual gameplay, which we're about to do. Thank you for the follow, Theon. Thank you. Okay, guys. So we're in our ship. We're in Amos Depot, and we're going to prove to this system that the trains will still arrive on time. That if they back the co-op, it will not increase gas prices, and it will make the overall system better to switch them. So we're going to do that by first going to Operation Ida. Okay, they don't have any. Hold on. What was that? What was that support? Who wants support? They want us to donate synthetic fibers. Hotel Esbar wants us to do that. We can't actually grab those missions because we're that hostile with them. But yeah, we're going to choose only Ida. They don't want any money, so we're going to go to passenger. Okay. Only Ida. Group transportation. Okay, for 15 prisoners of war required transportation. This is a routine patrol. Refugees. Oh, wow, because we're at war. These are different than they were before. So we've got a lot of prisoners of war we got to transfer out. Okay. I don't think I could do any of these. Hold on. Ah, here we go. I can do this one.
Welcome, crew of EcoBus. A pleasure to see you, Commander Simstarr.
I'll get to why I can't do those in a second. Okay, and we can do this one. We need to go to HIP. We need to go to HIP 84197. There we go. With a full load of political prisoners and refugees that are getting out of here because they know the Empire is on the way out. Okay. Yeah, Nibbler better watch out. He's going to be sharing quarters with that shark. Trying to get my goat, man. Nibbler has given us some reminders that we are dual streaming to YouTube and Twitch. He's told the YouTube guys about Twitch and the Twitch guys about YouTube. Okay. Welcome, 07 Americans. I don't think I said hello to you today. So we have... Anthony's gotten a ropet. I'm working on being able to name those creatures. It'll tell you the name and it'll keep a track of which ones they are. By the way, I should mention that before we take off. I've made a lot of back-end changes. So if you're a lurker and you click lurk, it will keep track of that now. I've upgraded everything to connect to everything else, and I've set up a new system for giving shout-outs to my officer level channel members. So later on, Nibbler's going to give me a reminder to do so. I will read off every single one of those channel members. It'll show up on the screen here and on my prompter. And it does that by doing 2 OBS things. Joshua's click like. He gets a ropet. Anybody that clicks like it tells me gets a ropet. Oh, sorry. The 07 only works on the Twitch side. Sorry, I should have mentioned it. The lurker thing is a default thing on YouTube, but it's a special thing on Twitch. Welcome, Crispies. Welcome. Ah, there you go. Yeah, so it's keeping track of who is lurking on the Twitch side, but not the YouTube side. We're going to work on that as well. But okay, we've got a group of guys that are ready to roll. So we are going to fly to HIP 87 blah 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 blah. One of the reasons that we're going to do that, and again, things get a little too real around here. One of the reasons we're going to do that is that they are not controlled by the Empire. They are not controlled by the Empire, and they will not shoot us down. And then once we're there, we can slip a bribe to the Empire to tell them to lighten up. I'm serious. This is a thing we can do. I'll show you how that works as well. Because right now, they won't accept anything we say here in the Simstarr system. But they will.
We win the day again.
Dirty Steve Chop trying to get my goat. You guys are going to get him today, man, if you're going to do it this much. You're watching me on both YouTube and Twitch? Howdy, sad fat hamster. Welcome.
You are go for departure.
Hey, Roll the Red. Roll the Red's done the music. We've got a new intro song for the animated thumbnails. They did the one for the old one and the new one. All right, so we are finally flying away, and we gotta go because there are people who want us dead on sight. Navy's flying around right now. If they scan us, they're going to be very, very hostile. So we got to get out of here right now. And we got an email. Incoming enemy alert. Someone is trying to sabotage your mission. Yeah, we knew that, but they're actually after us. And the reason they're after us is because we're trying to overthrow the government. You had to give the Empire $2 million to get them off your back? Yeah. We need to get them from hostile to unfriendly. We actually have to upgrade our status to unwanted.
Incoming mission critical stop in our current route. There is a potential for military-grade alloys or military supercapacities in this system.
Thank you.
Commander.
So I mentioned I made a couple of upgrades to the system, and I realized they could wait till we were in the air. I've used the web server system, something that's existed for a long time, but I've never really tapped into before, to connect it. It gets confusing to say out loud, but easy to do in practice. I have connected the OBS that is on my teleprompter, it's a different computer. The OBS that runs the screen that's up here, this screen, I have connected that via webhooks, so I can now control that screen with, I don't know why I gravity well. I'm at 7%, I must have bumped it. I can now control that screen through my Stream Deck and through my main OBS. So I can do things to it now that I could not do before. For example, I can actually show you guys. Hold on, let's give it a try. I can actually switch over and show you guys the chat. There you go. Boom. So now when I press this button, you guys get to see the chat. This is what I see. Isn't that neat? And then when I press this button, it goes back to what it was before. So I now have buttons that control that kind of thing. Again, I'm doing that via local web servers. I've got the power of the internet running through the Simstarr to give me special powers. Oh, sorry, I thought I had fixed that already. There we go. That's one of the things I did. Another thing I did is I connected it so that StreamerBot can also talk to that computer. So there's all kinds of things. When I push a button on this machine, it will automatically feed over to that machine. This is going to make things a lot smoother. You'll see the main one when I do the shoutouts today. Hello, Nicholas Clooney. Welcome, welcome. You just watched Project Hail Mary a few nights ago and wanted to report that it's a really good movie. Reminded you a little of E.T. Yeah, awesome. You know, just in case, if you haven't seen, that's basically a spiritual sequel to The Martian. So if you haven't seen The Martian, you probably should. You got sent back to unfriendly. You got back to unfriendly by turning in bounties at Ames Depot. But you were doing missions for the IDA. Yeah, because they're the controlling government. So when they show that you have actual bounties, it counts for them. Oh, hi, Gabby.
Station fact is available.
Something up? Oh, she's just saying hi. Hi, Gabby.
No fire zone entered.
What's that? Is the what? Is the cat out here? I don't think so.
Throttle down and commence with docking.
Oh, the cat was out here. That's not good because she can get hurt if she jumps on the Simstarr.
When you enter with green
But she's
lights
safe
to your
now.
right.
I just didn't know she was out here. Yeah, webhooks are beautiful tech. I agree. Oh, you guys missed it. I'll say hi to her later when she comes back.
Reduce your speed immediately, Commander.
I'm laughing at you guys saying hi to Gabby and putting wings on Gabby's icon. Things of that nature. I need to add wings. That's something I forgot to do. Add wings to the YouTube side, so there's a unified way you guys can do that.
Incoming mission critical message.
Yeah, you have a stream and you play from anywhere in the house, and the gaming PC does the heavy lifting, exactly. But everything's interconnected now, so I no longer have to go, oh, I can't do that because it's on the other PC. I can just do that now. Yeah, this game has captured your imagination in a short amount of time. Yeah, I agree. I'm just amazed. I always knew about the background simulation, but I am actually amazed that the more I put into it, the more it gave me back. I'm just really quite surprised that I'm upset with the government for real because it's using the power of violence. The government is the only entity with authorized violence, and they started using that authorized violence against me. Okay, let's drop off these prisoners of war. We'll take some mats for it. Oh, I should have sorted these by the influence I get. I forgot, but that's okay. Because turning these guys in, it helps my reputation, which is good. That's what we want. And we'll just take the mats for that. Okay, let's see how we sit now. So these guys are here, and again, I'm 100% hostile here. I'm making progress with the Crimson Creative Holdings. and I'm making progress. Oh wow, their influence is 79% here. It's actually down. It used to be 70. It's 69 now. Nice, but it used to be 75. Let me catch up on the chat. Amaze, amaze. That's right. This game has wanted you to help NASA, JPL, and other universities do warp drive research. I agree. I want to be able to do this. I want flying to another solar system to be barely an inconvenience. Okay. So we're here specifically to improve. I took these missions so that we could improve our situation with the flotilla, because the Empire is so mad at us, it's actually going to cause us inconvenience. So let's go through and look by reputation. See, is there any mission? Reputation. Is everything locked by reputation? No, these are donated by quantity. Okay, so if we switch out one of our passenger bays. Oh, it's important, by the way, that we do it here instead of back home. If we do it at a nearby system, it won't impact their influence in our system. So we want to impact our reputation, but lower their influence. And we're going to do that by being nice to them somewhere else. Like how Ben Franklin went to France. Welcome, Matthew Pold, 0707.
Securing the perimeter.
New to the stream, do you fly with FA on with the Simstarr? Yes, I always fly Shimp Gaming. I don't know why I had such trouble with that. Yeah, Shimp Gaming. I fly with Flight Assist on. Flight Assist off is difficult to use in the first place, but my flying around makes it worse. But not as bad as you're picturing. It's not particularly difficult. More difficult to. It doesn't fling me around more than I would already be flung around.
Commander, I recommend you.
But it is annoying, so I don't do it. Welcome, Amuga. Welcome. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. He's saying this is amazing, and he's giving me some frogs. Okay, so we're going to the mission board, and we're actually going to do a mission for our enemies, and that is to calm them the hell down, which is another thing that actually happens in real life. So let's see. What will we get if we do this? Do it by reputation. Their influence goes up, but their reputation goes up too. So we want the one that affects their reputation, their influence the least. Well, we're going to have to increase their influence a little bit. So we're going to get 13 units of CMM composites and 12 units of CMM composites. Okay, that'll be enough to get us from shoot on sight to hear the guy out. We're going to do that by... We're going to do that by using ED Copilot. We want a commodity. Those commodities that we want are C. There it is, CMM composite. Oops. Oh, we want to go back one. Composites.
People box for president.
Was the People Box already president? All right, buy closest CMM composites.
Getting me.
Hey,
Awkward. Perhaps you should
Fred,
try something
you're
more
trying to get my
achievable.
goat now? And that ain't cool. You know, I don't think I mentioned that the goat and the pets that pop up are something that you can do as a channel member of any level. So if you subscribe on Twitch or you become a channel member on YouTube, you can call up our virtual crew members. You can do the pet once a stream, and you can try to get my goat every 15 minutes. Excuse me for backseating. Wouldn't you be able to sneak around the hostile guys with some silent running? Possibly, but I'm not very good at it. The risk of death and losing the mission that I'm on is too high. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to increase their reputation here, and then ruin their influence there, and that'll give me the same results with half the effort. Yeah, you got to head out. Have a good day at work, Red. Thanks for coming. No taking Nibbler with you. No. Oh, whoops. I didn't read that that time bonus. My bad. I forgot we still have some guys to drop off. All right, so we got to hold this thought, actually. I forgot. We got to drop off these other dudes at Rosenthal Enterprises. Let's go do that real quick. Yeah, the hostile means that the station owned by them shoot you on sight. No questions asked, no sneaking possible. I actually did know that. I just wasn't 100% sure if Silent wanted me to get me past that. I learned that by having 250 people on board, going to a station that was controlled by the by the Empire, and getting shot out of the sky with the people on board. And that's why I started raising the reputation by coming to HIP first, and then as long as you're above outright hostile, they won't shoot you on sight. They'll put up with you. Sorry, I did know that. I just kind of forgotten. So to recap, we're picking up those two CMM missions.
3, 2.
We're going to go pick those up right here in the system. Run them back over, and that should get us above hostile. And then we don't have to worry about it. We can pick up a mission from anywhere, and if we drop off at a place they control, they won't mind. You shared your warp drive paper on Discord? Now, I'm sorry to call you out, but this isn't a white paper you talk to ChatGPT about, is it? Because GPT is notorious for specifically telling you that you're a genius for figuring out warp travel. That's like the first thing they do. So if they told you that you're onto something, you're probably not onto something. And I'm serious, it's specifically warp drive. They tell you that you've made a breakthrough in physics every time. Lucas says they're totally new to this game. Your first time seeing it. What's the goal? What kind of game is it? Is there any lore to know? Oh, man. Okay, so the lore is complex and subtle. That's what we've been talking about this whole time. So we're going to hold that off for a second. But the name of the game is Elite Dangerous. It is a flight simulator first, because you need something to be able to fly your magnificent machine on. Okay, most people don't have this, but you need, if you want to fly like Microsoft Flight Simulator, but you also want to be in outer space, you need things to do, and that's what this game's core gameplay is giving you things to do. You got to hostile by massacring everybody in the settlements, the very same people you helped relocate to that system. Oh, thank you, Nibbler. We're going to be heading to the Sim Gaming Expo this year. Let me bring that up. So there is a link to it if you want to come. It is in Chicago. It is from the 18th to the 20th. I'm very excited about it. I'm looking forward to going muchly. I will be in uniform. I will be showing off some of my merch just because I have it, but mainly it's for me to go and experience real sim equipment for the first time and to meet other people and broaden my horizons a little bit. That's the main goal of going there. So if you can make it, I hope to see you there. If you can't, I have already pitched several streams, so hopefully I'll be able to do some more streams.
Foray has an atmosphere and is landable.
The crazy thing is, the real life, we wanted war with the government, but they're forcing the Crimson Creative to fight it for them. That's true. That is true. We aren't doing anything negative against. Yep. Use Google Gemini's deep research, only to reference other real papers. I'm just warning you, man. You guys know I don't hate on AI, but I know specifically if you ask it if your theories on warp travel and quantum physics are real, it'll tell you yes every time.
The death and violence are too much. We can only survive if we leave.
How much did my rig cost? Oh, check out yesterday's short, my friend. I built this rig out of scrap. I traded for the parts on the Facebook Marketplace. It is not Although I did get lucky, I didn't get astronomically lucky. There's one available on the marketplace right now for 5,000. I believe you could talk them down to 2,000, and I believe you could trade for the parts like I did. So it's not impossible to recreate what I've done. I find anytime I talk about money, there is people who latch onto the price and think it's too high or too low no matter what I do. So I avoid the numbers specifically because, seriously, I don't want to talk to either side that automatically assumes my choices are bad ones.
Docking request granted.
All I can tell you is that it's not $100,000. Here is the... I haven't run down this one in a
Set her down
minute.
on landing pad 3.
That's the note
Commander.
we are. Oh, I took it off. I used to have a link to the playlist Haldo. Landing pad 3. I don't see landing pad 3. Must be down. I have a playlist that explains how I built it over time. Okay. So we were talking about the game. You can do a bunch of different things. You can travel. Blowing out my voice for some reason today. Check this down. So this game gives you a sandbox of things to do, and you choose what kind of thing you want to do. Right now we're doing personnel transport. I could have jumped right into combat, but I decided not to because
Nice
jumping
try,
directly.
crew.
Hey.
Nice try, citizen.
Engines
Nice try, Mergers, but no. There's good reason for me to do combat today. And I could have jumped immediately into combat, but I know from experience that's not the best thing to do to start my stream. So we're doing deliveries instead. But you can do deliveries, you can do mining, you can do just goods and travel, you can do combat, both good and bad. You can do exploration because this game has 400 billion with a B stars you can visit. All of them are actually reachable. And you can explore and find new things for the first time if you want to. All right, what do we want to do? We want to expand the influence of Operation Ida. There we go. Oh, it also increased the influence of the other guys, but that's all right. Well, that's okay. Doing that did make them happy. We're about halfway to where we need to be. Now we will go back. Ishta Market is where they want us to go. Let's see if we can just find that on the list. Yeah, you can build your own stations, become an architect. It's another thing you can do. That's what we've been playing with recently in the background simulation. The politics of running your own solar system have come back to bite us.
Patrol waypoint reached.
Ishta.
Scanning.
Is this a different place? No, it should be here. There it is. All right, so the CMM composites these guys want, we can pick up right here locally in the system. Which is what we're about to do. Is there a deep story with a banana on the back? More than you would expect. Which is what you've been doing for the past year and a half, messing with factions inside the systems when you get bored. Yeah, this is the first time I've ever really given it any look. Now that I know how to do this, we'll start manipulating the markets a little bit. So yeah, why is there a banana on the back of my sim? Because eventually I'm gonna get hungry and need a snack. And if the banana falls off, I know I have too much motion. But usually the banana stays on every spot. You guys on the Twitch side have the ability to make me eat that banana. You can summon banana time and I'll eat the banana.
Frameshift drive charging.
Looks like it's right on this planet, so we're already in the right spot.
2, 1, engage.
It's been nice to link up with the crew. Are we going for independence? Yes, we're going for a player-created co-op. We're going full hippie on this. We're kicking out the empire and we're declaring the PZZ, that's the system that we're in, we're declaring it an independent nation. And in that nation, we're going to make sure that there is housing and food for everyone, opportunities for education and healthcare, and no slavery. Slavery will be banned. It will be outlawed in our system. That is the main thing we're looking for. Seriously, that's the thing we can do. Right now, slavery is legal in our system. We don't want that to be the case, so we're kicking them out. They're not going quietly, so we're going to have to explain it to them. I thought the planet we just left had the Ishtar marker. Turns out it doesn't. We're going to wing up a little bit later. Well, checking some messages real quick. Okay. I just got an interesting message, distracted me a little bit. I can't tell you about it right now, but something interesting may be happening. I know that's way too vague, post, but it just happened today. So, what type of ship am I flying? I'm flying the Leaks Highliner, which is a 747 style Airbus plane, but in space. I'm currently using it for a quick cargo run because if I bring some CMM composites to my enemy, they will raise me from shoot on sight hostile to dirty look dislike. And that's what we want. We're probably going to have to do this a couple of times today because I have a few more active missions with them that we want to fail. Sounds good, comrade. Viva la revolution! So yeah, we're taking a 747. We're landing on a planet just so we can get a couple of textiles, and then we're back. So yeah, we've been all over the place with me describing this today. I hope I'm making sense about what's happening today and why I'm so excited about it. Because it looks like regular gameplay, but we are actually in the middle of a civil war. And while my boys are fighting them in the trenches for real, I'm undermining their authority in the background. Literally, that's a thing. And it's not an event the game created. It's an event we created. There's just the natural happenstance of what's happening. You hope you put the new Merc carrier up for sale as an intro carrier and fleet carrier for players. That would be kind of cool. You're right about that. It would be nice to have a fleet carrier that only had 4 slots on it. I like things that are small. Fleet carriers are too large. Oh yeah, it's a squadron carrier, you're right. I'm actually sympathetic to the folks that talk about this game being shallow. But yeah, I don't find it so. Muga's saying it's amazing how much you can do in this game. There is a lot of detail if you want it to be. The hard part is you have to care. You know what I mean? You have to care. It took me 11 years to get around to caring about the background simulation. I don't think there's a solution to that. That's just real life. Real life has a bunch of shit in it that happens until you start caring about it, right? Okay, what specifically were they asking for?
Sierra India Mike. We eagerly await your arrival, Commander. You are very welcome
CMM
at the
composites. Was the other one? Okay, they're both CMM composites. Okay. So we just fill our hole with CMM composites, turn them in, and then we'll sell off the ones we don't need. I hope you guys had a good week. I certainly did. Because again, I got a lot of back end stuff that you guys don't see, but makes things a lot easier for me and makes the stream better. That's what I did over this week. I made more progress with that than normal. Adding new plugins for StreamerBot, getting OBS
One capital.
in streamer bot to talk to each other cross PC. That was freaking rad. What else did I do that was super important to the stream? Oh yeah, I set up a bunch of different automations, so I no longer have to manually do a couple of things that I've been doing.
Descend to flight level 100.
Come on up. Hitting up on the thrusters. This is not going. One of the cool things I did, and this is just some how the sausage is made that other people might find useful, is I update the Twitch sites like the day before we do a stream. I update the stream about what we're doing today.
Attention. Deploy landing gear.
Oh, I didn't employ my landing gear. I thought I had. That's another thing I plan to fix soon.
Landing gear deployed.
There we go. We're down.
Visit to this station command.
I've updated Twitch with what the stream's going to be about, and then I don't have to look at it again. So when I start the stream here, when I push go live, it automatically grabs the info. Actually, let me show it to you. See if it worked. It automatically grabs the info of what the stream's about, automatically updates the proper hashtags, and automatically uploads the video, because I do animated thumbnails, and posts it on Blue Sky for me. So without looking, I knew that automatically I was going to get this post, which I'm quite happy with. Oops. Get out of here, Marty. I just want to look at this specific post. Okay, so live declaring a war, forcing out the Empire, Viva la Revolution. That's the name of the stream. Elite Dangerous in a Flight Simulator. Then it automatically grabs the link to the stream. Then it does Twitch, and then stream. I can do YouTube as well. And this is the exciting part. It automatically uploads the thumbnail for me. I don't have to look at this at all anymore. It takes care of it for me automatically. And of course, if you're more inclined to Twitter, you could do that on Twitter too, Facebook, whatever. Oh yeah, it also cross feeds to Mastodon. So I'm uploading Blue Sky in Mastodon with that system, and it's telling the Discord that the system's live. All of that automatically. I don't have to look at it at all, and that's a lot of dynamic. I like it. You love to have one carrier? Yeah, I notoriously don't like fleet carriers, actually. I'm glad you do. I'm not hating on you for doing it, but I would not take a fleet carrier into the black. I'd take a Caspian Explorer instead. Do people often say you look like Brimstone? Yes. I get that a lot, but I don't know who Brimstone is. Should we look him up real quick? Hold on. There we go. Brimstone. Let's see if I actually look like him or if I'm just a guy wearing a hat. Oh, yeah. No, I see it. No, I see it. I knew he was like big and strong and a beefy boy. So that's why I was like, I don't know if that's a thing. But no, I definitely see it. Yeah. Look at the black and then the gray and then the hat and then the gray. Yeah, hold on. Oh, if I was wearing my old headset with the mic sticking out. Yeah, I see it. No wonder why people have been saying that. I've been meaning to look that up forever. Has the switch to combat happened? Yes, Captain Galaxy. We are at war now. If you want to do combat and you go to the system, I'll link it over to you now because I have that button. If you go to that solar system in the game and you join the IDA side, you'll be helping out liberate Project Simstarr, the space station, from the evil empire. Literally, that's the thing you can do. I am not doing so right now because I'm doing more a politique. I'm going off and I'm shaking babies and kissing hands to appease the politicians. That's what I'm doing as leader of the revolution. But you guys should go and you should fight in the trenches. Thank you for the follow, Griffin. Welcome. Okay, guys. Local services. We're just here to buy some commodities. We need some CMM composites. There we go, CMM composites. Another nice touch of this game is that CMM composites are a kind of clay. They're an ultra strong sci-fi clay, like the mud in that episode of Firefly, and you can only get them from ground stations because you need the earth to make it. So I just think that's a nice touch. I look like Obi-Wan now. Obi-Wan, I'm not really feeling. I don't really think I look like Alec Guinness or Ewan McGregor, and neither one of them wear red hats that I know of. But some of those comparisons, you look like X. Some of them are baffling, and some of them are a little annoying. Not this one, because you're right. I see it. But sometimes it's just like color matching. Like two people can wear a hat, guy. But I say if you have the hat, the glasses, the beard, then we're talking. One I get a lot, not so much anymore. But one I get a lot that I'm like, no thanks. It's telling me I look like Kevin James. Why would I want to look like Kevin James? Why would you walk up to anybody and say you look like Kevin James? That's not cool. Oh, 7 Volan, welcome. The fleet carrier was so useful during this war that I'm thinking about getting one of my own. Yeah, that's true. The crew, you guys in the crew who have been helping me fight this battle all week, have moved your fleet carriers into position so that we can go into battle, get recharged, and go right back into battle again. I will admit that is useful. Oh, I'm doing stuff like Obi-Wan. I'm negotiating, yeah. I'm not a big fan of the Clone Wars, so I never saw him do that. You just remember that in-game war zones have carriers drop in. Well, one of them fight for the Empire. Well, we're going to find out today. We're going to... let me get my bearings in the game. Oh, wow. I'm doing way better than I thought I was. We're going to go to those combat zones today. So to recap, the Empire, as somebody in the chat mentioned, the Empire is using their corporate interests to fight their war for them so they can keep their hands clean. This is actually happening. So we have to make the war so unprofitable for the corporation that they'll back down, which is what we're going to do over this week. We basically have, if I understand how this works, 4 days of combat mode. It started yesterday at midnight, game time. So we have about 4 days to let them know that this is not a wise decision, and they should back off. And then we can go for our actual target, which is the Empire.
You have entered the no-fire zone. Behave yourself while you are here.
Well, we're going to go into that combat zone. Oh, what I was going to say was that since this is a video game, we're actually doing a kind of voting. So people come in, players come in, and they join the combat. They choose a side, and that is how you vote for who you want to be in charge. You do it via the battlefield. It is a video game after all. Yes, thank you, Nibbler. Don't forget to click like. How often do you have to grease up those hydraulics? Never. These are not hydraulic, they're electric, and the bearings are packed in a way that I cannot grease them. The instructions say if you have a problem with your greased bearings, take them back to the manufacturer. That's what the manual says. It's probably possible for me to pack my own bearings. I've seen a couple of YouTube videos on it, but it's not designed for me to be able to do that. A couple of people who work in the industry, after I made a short about that recently, a couple of people in the industry answered me back and they said, yeah, you got that right. The difference, though, is that we would have those bearings on site, not the entire unit, just the bearings, and we would pop that unit out and put a new one in right there in the field. I don't have that, but I do have extra pylons. So if I ever throw a bearing, I can swap them out. The entire unit, not the one piece. So the answer to your question is never. Minimum of 4 days, maximum of 7 days for this battle. If we win every day, we'll finish at day 4. I expect it to finish at day 4. So we're going to do this on today. I'm going to do some of this off camera. We'll come back. We'll do some more battles. And then Thursday, it should be wrapped up for us. Okay, mission board. We got to turn these in. Again, this is for our enemy that we're doing right now.
Incoming message.
Okay. There we go. We only needed to do the one. I did 2 just in case. There we go. We have been... you're going to love this email. I get a kick out of it every time. Hello, Commander. This communication is to let you know that your reputation status with Flotilla Eister Ibra has been raised to disliked. Raised to disliked. You should keep completing successful operations with us to enhance your reputation further. Oh, we're doing that. We have a bunch of missions with you right now. Let's take a look at them. 2 of them expire in 10 minutes. 1 in 4 days. 14 hours, 1 in 20 minutes, 1 in 4 hours, 1 in 1 day. Anyway, you get what I'm saying here. The point is, all of these right here are going to time out. And each time they time out, the powers that be take a hit. Because what we're doing is we're making sure the trains don't run on time. We're making sure there are shortages in the grocery store. We're making people distrust the FAA if it's run by the Empire, but trust train transport if it's run by the Cooperative. If that's not clever, if that still sounds boring to you guys, I don't know what to tell you, man. That's so cool that we're actually messing with the industrial foundations of the government so that we can disrupt it and replace it with our own. That is thing we're actually doing. I think that's just super, super rad. All right, if you remember, we swapped out a cargo rack. Oh, there's still stuff in this cargo rack. 1 second. We swapped out one of our cabins for a cargo rack. So now we're going to swap it back after we sell off the extra ceramics that we need to sell off. There we go.
Crew of EcoBus. A pleasure to see you, Commander Simstarr.
There we go. So yeah, I've named this one the EcoBus. It's nothing but economy cabins in 1 Guardian frameshift booster. Then I upgraded another one to the business bus. There we go, 1 Mark II. I upgraded another one to the business bus, which is all business ones. And then I did the first class bus. I think I called it the first bus, which is all first class modules and then 1 cargo container. So that we can do at any time, the next time this game comes up with, oh, there's this event happening, we can just switch out the planes whenever we want to. We are setting course now back to Project Simstarr.
Setting course for Col 285 sector PZ-C B27-6. System is just 1 jump away.
Sorry, I'm stuttering because I have Project Simstarr, the station, programmed in, but I'm not welcome there. I will be arrested and shot if I'm there. So we have to go to our exile system, which is the Amos Depot. And from there, we will be running our political machinations.
Col 285 sector PZ-C B27-6.
You're gonna go play some Mark. We'll be back later. Well, thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. Don't be a stranger.
No need to worry. The baby is here.
Landing gear retracted.
You know, I rambled a little bit about my ability to automatically post my updates so that people in the Discord get a ping and people on my socials get a ping. And it not only does it do that, but as long as I title the stream what I want it to say, I can be confident that it's going to be a good advertisement. But today's thumbnail in particular, I want to ask you guys about. I think I'll wait.
Drive charging.
Yeah, I'll take an early break. I want you guys to actually look at it and tell me what you think, because I can't decide if today's thumbnail is too busy or intriguing. And I want to see what you guys think about it, because I threw a lot of stuff in there. There's fire, I'm changing the logos out, I've got the station on there. I've got the ship on there. It's a lot of stuff. It's more than I normally do. And I want to see if you guys like this thumbnail more or less than, say, yesterday's
This is the
thumbnail,
final
last week's
stop in
thumbnail.
our current route.
If you want to see any of my thumbnails, if you scroll back up in the chat, you'll see that Nibbler's been talking to you. No, wait. You don't have to scroll back up. There you go. Make Nibbler say something. All right, if you click on Nibbler, that is the YouTube account where I keep
Looks
this.
like
Oh,
we have a pirate on our tail.
we got a pirate. I told you, man, we're persona non grata in the system. Everybody's mad at us. But anyway, if you click on Nibbler's YouTube channel, you'll see all the thumbnails I've done so far if you want to compare. But I want to see what you guys actually think about the current one. I have a feeling that it's a little better. That's how YouTube is. You think you're going too far, it turns out you're not going far enough. So I think it's better because on the socials, I'm getting more likes than normal. But, ask you guys. Oh, when I come back, I'll show you guys the new merch.
Still here. Still cloven hoofed.
Stop trying to get my goat. I just told you that I need Nibbler. If you take Nibbler from me, I won't be able to have him send you shit in the chat. I don't have that automated yet, but I do have a system that will allow Nibbler to stop working, which will be very annoying. So please don't take my goat. NPCs don't have Super Cruise Overdrive, at least not yet. So I should be safe from that pirate since I hit the gas for a second. But Sharky needs a buddy. Do not feed my goat to a shark. That won't end the way you think it will anyway. It'll end up with Nibbler riding the shark. They're friends after all. Twitch is taking a break for a minute and a half anyway. This is a good time to do that.
Sorgan, Peterson, Sierra, India, Mike.
Okay.
We are happy to have you, Commander. Please note that all station services are at your disposal.
Yeah, I know my my thumbnails need to be informative, but I'm finding it difficult to get those like engaging titles and tell the average person what I'm doing. Because if I tell you what I'm actually doing, which is manipulating the background simulation, people will be like, I don't know what that is, and I'll move on. But I do want you to know that's what we're doing, so.
Landing gear deployed.
Sharky is just lonely.
Hull integrity compromised.
Okay, guys.
Docking successful. Engaging docking restraints. Take
It's a
note,
little
Commander.
early, but my voice is already scratchy.
Affecting the area.
So I'm going to go grab another... oh, I hit the wrong button. I'm going to go hit grab another drink real quick. I will be right back. We're going to pick up one more set of missions like this. Go do some deliveries. Some passenger deliveries, I mean. Excuse me. And then when we're done with that, we will go into battle and we will fight people in combat. So I am seriously asking you to take a look at my thumbnail and let me know if you like it more or less than the other ones, and if it's clear, if it's engaging and clear on what we're doing. So take a look at that, and I'll be right back. And I am back. Thank you for waiting with me, my friends. Welcome, welcome. Grab myself some Tang just now. So I've also realized that I'm wearing noise canceling headphones. So the reason I'm blowing my voice out is I'm probably shouting, which I don't actually have to do. So I'll try to bring it down a little bit as we go forward. Oh, thank you, Nibbler. Good timing. So I don't have a graphic for it like I do with the Sim Gaming Expo, but I am all but confirmed for DragonCon. So want to let you guys know that that's happening. On Friday, I'm going to be doing some talks about the Simstarr. So if you're at
Project
DragonCon,
Simstarr is fully operational and fully manned.
I think they know. Thank you, Nibbler. Stop trying to get my goat while I'm talking. And I'm always talking, so always stop trying to get my goat. Anyway, I'm going to be at DragonCon doing some talks about the Simstarr and about simulation in general. So if you want to join me, you can. Thank you for the reminder, Nibbler, but no thank you for the interruption. All right, so we are back. Let's take a look at the mission board and see what we have available to us. We're going to do at least one more passenger mission. It's kind of our warm-up, and then we'll go into some combat. So let's see here. The Crimson Initiative is still looking good. It's at 23%, but it's at war with us. The flotilla is... Oh, we're back in a hostel. We did something to make them mad at us again. We probably lost another mission just now. This is us, Ida. They love us, of course. They're at war, but they're at war with us. And then the mob knows to keep their head down. They're at 5%, and that's fine. That's about what you want for a black market to make things run smoothly anyway. All right, let me back out of this and see what happened. Yeah, your reputation status has been downgraded to hostile once again because we failed some missions. How can I explain my failure to my superior, Simstarr? This could have been an easy mission for you, yet you somehow screwed it up. Yeah, how did that happen?
Is there any tea on this spaceship?
Same thing. Same thing. Just a bunch of the same emails. Okay. Sorry, guys. 1 second. All right. Let's take a look at our mission board and see where we're at. Once a contract fails, you can discard it. If you try to abandon it before it's failed, it won't impact their influence. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to impact their influence. And we're doing a pretty good job at it, actually. Oh, there we go. So all of these missions are their missions. We've got 8 left, and I'm not going to pick up any new ones, I don't think. We're just going to let those expire.
Control waypoint reached.
I forgot to ask what you do with your fingers at the end of the stream. Is it a little heart? Yeah, a little heart. I mentioned to my favorite streamer, which is Stormfall, she said on her stream that she was looking for a little bit of help in coding. What she said was good at YouTube, which I read to be she's already good at YouTube. So I think she's got some editors, and the editors aren't sure at what bit rate and what format to render out for YouTube best. So I sent her a DM and I said, oh, hey, you know, if you've got any questions, I don't have time to edit, but I can help you answer them. And she responded back with, oh, hey, I've seen you. Oh my God. So I was like, oh, so I'm like, okay. Oh, that's crazy to hear, as I freak out. And then I said, if you have any questions, let me know. And that's all we said. She didn't get back to me. But I mentioned it now because, oh yeah, one of the things I mentioned in that email, in that DM, was that she's a big influence on me. I watch her, and I'm kind of using her as a template for what I'm doing, which will sound crazy to her probably, because she's like, what? This doesn't look anything like my show. But yeah, I end my stream like this because I stole it from her. So that's what's going on with that. I salute you. I say 07 Commanders, and have a good night, and do that. Sending me love. Well, thank you, Hot Dog Water. Thank you, Hot Dog Water Dad. A311 says he's sending me some love. That's nice of you. All right. I lost completely the plot. What were we doing? Right. We were going to do some more missions, but we're getting raided. Hold on. Oh wow! Commander Hatch just rated with 87 viewers. Thank you so much, Commander Hatch. Welcome, 07, my friends. Welcome, welcome. You have come to a good one because we're messing with the BGS. Since his name is Commander Hatch, I am assuming that the people who just joined us...
with 97 viewers.
Yes, thank you. Since you just got here, I assume that you know your Elite Dangerous 07 Commander Hatch. What we're doing is that we have set up a system, and I'll link you guys to that right now. There you go. That is where the Simstarr system is, and we are tired of being under Imperial rule. Basically, it makes me unhappy to see slavery is available in the commodities market on Project Simstarr. I don't like it. I don't have to explain any further than that. I don't like it. So what we're going to do is kick them out. And we have stopped development on this system altogether. We have 38 stations to build. We have stopped at like 13. And we are on strike until they allow us to overthrow this government. We started by undermining them, by taking missions and failing them. And then we started building up who we want, which is Operation Ida. Happens to be a player-built faction, but no players are involved with it. They're a co-op, and we're elevating them up to the top so that they can take over the system. Once I started openly defying the government, I became hostile with them, and I'm now living in exile. So I'm no longer on the Project Simstarr space station. I'm in my new location of Ames Depot, and I'm leading the revolution to kick these guys out. We've got to get Operation Ida up, and we've got to get the Empire down. And while that is happening, the Empire has put corporations in between us. So we are at war, but not with them. We're at war with the Crimson Creative Holdings, a corporation, because they have outsourced this war to keep their own hands clean. So while we disrupt their modes of transport and we increase the cooperative's ability to govern, they have thrown corporate interests in the middle, and we are teaching the corporate interests that they'll make more money if they stay away with bullets. For now, what's happening? Right. Best to do the BGA stuff before your system gets too high population. It's pretty high right now because I didn't realize any of this was happening. What I love about this is that what the story I just told you is true. I'm not like retroactively adding this to it. I actually got shot at by my own station and thrown off. And I actually went, how dare you, Empire? I'm living in exile now. And I moved my flag. That actually happened because the background simulation is subtle, but effective, which is cool. Okay, guys. So what I'm doing right now, as the leader of the resistance, is there's a war happening where you guys in the chat are helping Ida's side defeat the corpos. And I am making a good public face and delivering passengers safely to their destinations. That's what happened just when you guys signed on. I was about to take some more missions in order to expand the guys we want to expand. Hold on. Got to get my bearings now. I wasn't expecting such a good raid.
Mission failed.
That mission failed is good. That's going to be a mission failed from the imps. Screw
Not
the
today,
imps.
not on my watch.
And screw trying to get my coat. Gentle Berserker is a channel member, and he every 15 minutes gets to try to get my goat and upset me, but he hasn't done it yet. All right. Let's go and get this one out. Hard. I just did a mission for the Empire in another solar system to raise my status to unfriendly, and then I failed 3 missions, and I'm back down to hostile. So they will shoot me on sight. We relied on you to get that data we needed for our expansion attempt, and you've put our plans in jeopardy. Oh no, Council McGillen. Maybe the Empire shouldn't be in this system. All right. Yes, we are going to do some combat a little bit later today. I'm going to do at least one more transport mission before we move on. But being this hostile with the Empire is a problem because we cannot guarantee the safety to certain places. So we're probably going to have to do the same loop I just did. That's what I was about to do, and I keep distracting myself. All right, let's see here. Only Ida. No, wait. That's not even right. Passenger lounge. Only Ida. Group transportation. We need to take. We can't take coal sector 285 OZC. We can't take those because they will shoot us. But we can take missions for HIP 84197. Those guys love us there. So that is what we are going to do. Let's see here. I'm just taking a look and seeing if there's any business guys. 107 politicians require an evac. Okay. I have set up, I'm actually kind of proud of this. It's obvious, but I didn't think of it until last night. There are missions you can do for eco. There are missions you can do for business class and missions you can do for first class. And we generally just swap out the cabins, right? But I realized last night that a quick visit to Jameson would let me buy an entire business class liner. So welcome to the business bus. It's just like the econ bus, but for business.
We're aboard Business Bus, your Lynx Highliner.
Business bus. We're all
The
business.
maximum jump range for this ship is 28.62 light
Sure.
years.
System sweep initiated.
Group transportation. Okay. And there we go. There's some dudes. Let's start with the politicians, because these are the guys that needed these are the guys that needed a ride. Autofill. Okay. And does that fill everything? Oh, okay. Oh, minimum class economy. They won't let me do it. It's either business or economy, which I think is kind of weird, but we're not going to mess. We're not going to worry about it. Maybe I'll make a well-rounded bus at some point. Call it the short bus. It's an unpopular thing to do, but maybe I'll do that.
System sweep.
You can't believe ever being hostile with the Empire. Oh no. Now I know that there's a risk since you guys are here now. There's a real risk that you're Empire fans, and you may come to try to undermine us. I am slow. I am slow in the pickup, so I would prefer to flip this over without that. But if you guys decide to do that, just let us know, and we'll be at actual war. The ship can be set up to hold over 200 people. Yeah, that's what I've got right now. Darn right. Down with the Empire. Screw the Imps. I think it's a glitch that it doesn't let me put the economy people in my business class holds, but that's fine. We're just going to ignore it for now. And that's why I was tempted to set up a fourth Lynx Highliner. I was tempted to set up a fourth one that is actually what a plane would be like. So 2 first class cabins, 4 business class cabins, and the rest of it econ. Or maybe 1, 2 from the rest. That's why you stayed away, so you wouldn't accidentally undermine? Why did it just do that? We have reached our follower goal. I didn't even know I had such a follower goal.
This is Traffic Operations, signing off.
Oh, I've screwed up my celebration button. Oh, it's down here now. Thank you for following on Twitch and YouTube. Twilight. Like so follows a mostly free, but I'll take your money too. Take your money too.
Drive charging.
I am saying imps. I'm being derogatory. I'm calling the Empire imps. That is exactly what I'm doing.
Scanning. Imperial Navy vessel. Complete. Competent.
Yeah, I want Yippee. I want to install Yippee, but Yippee only works on Twitch, and I felt bad about leaving out my YouTube friends. Let me know if you think I should put Yippee in anyway, because I thought that was a pretty good idea. Thank you for all those follows, guys. I really appreciate it.
We have reached our target destination.
There are perks to being a channel member, either a subscriber on Twitch or a channel member on YouTube. There are some perks to doing that. You'll be able to try to get my goat. You'll be able to feed Ropet. You'll get a shout out if you're at the officer or NPC level. Non-commissioned officer level on the Twitch side. I got to make that more clear. Working on it. Yeah, there's Ropet, which you can only do as a channel member right now. You might get yourself a rhinoceros or a hobie or a whale. It is randomly assigned. You're confused about what's going on and how it works, but you'll pick it up. Yeah, we're pretty simple here. You'll have to be more specific about which of the many things happening all at once you're asking about. This is Project Simstarr. My name is Commander Wacko. You can just call me Peter. That's fine. I am piloting a full motion simulator in a game called Elite Dangerous. Elite Dangerous has a lot of gameplay in it, but we're going to focus on just what we're doing. I'm flying a 747 style plane, but in outer space, from one space station to another, with political people on it that need to get out of my system. We are trying and succeeding in overthrowing the government through guerrilla warfare, applied politics, and economic hardships and rewards. All of this we're doing all at the same time. And then, of course, my channel, I'm a motion graphics guy, so I got a couple of goofy graphics things that people can activate when they're channel members. So when you see something that really looks weird, that's just me playing around. Yeah, you've been playing Elite Dangerous for 3 days, so everything's confusing. Let me break it down like this then. I am doing passenger missions and the newest ship available. I'm dropping them off at one station to another, specifically to increase the influence of a faction that I like. And I actually have to increase my reputation with a faction I don't like, because these guys are so mad at me. They shoot me on sight. They shoot me with no questions asked. They spit on my body. So I'm in another system, another political government, so that I can bribe them. And I'm serious. I'm actually doing this. So I can bribe them to relax a little bit. You'll see how that works in a moment.
Taking damage.
There, down, separation.
Contact, clear to disembark. There is a state of uprising in the system. Be careful who you side with.
Yeah, you can always ask questions that you might have. Elite Dangerous fans are aggressively helpful. They want you to succeed. You've played for a long time, though. You've only ever done one thing, and that isn't it. Yep, I was, for the first 10 years of this game, the only thing I really did was exploration. I've never on purpose messed with the background simulation before. Yeah, we'll do reputation. Influence, Operation Ida. Great. That's what we want. Okay. Now we are empty. We're good. So while we are here, we'll take a look at what missions are available to the flotilla. We are ridiculously hostile with. Oh, good. We can just pay them off. So we're just going to split them $1 million to each one of these political guys. No big deal. We'll just write a check. And we'll raise our reputation, our personal reputation with them, while keeping their influence low. So our empire reputation is friendly because we're generous with our money. Their influence is low, which is good, and our faction reputation is high. We need to get it up a little bit higher than I had it before. So having 4 of these is good. Okay, let's review that. Make sure we've got that right. Yeah. Okay, we have been upgraded from murder on sight to just spit on, unfriendly, which is exactly where we want to be. Now, for the first time, we've been playing this for an hour and a half today. Now we can head back to base, and we can pick up the missions we want to pick up. We had to come here because I knew this place wasn't controlled by the Empire. So we had to come here. Now we can go places that are controlled by the Empire and not be shot out of the sky. I learned that one the hard way. I did that off camera, though.
System is just 1 jump away.
Yeah, BGS is easy once you get the hang of it. That's true. Everything in Elite is like that. It's really complicated until you understand it, but then there'll be some detail you either forget or never learned. As Nippler says, a quick like will keep the ship running. So if you click follow on Twitch or you click like on YouTube, that is enormously helpful because while we're live, that sends it to other people. It's like the hype button before they called it that. You can click the hype button too, but I'm not too into it because it's phone. You can click the like button. That significantly helps, but it also helps once you're off. So I know a lot of you guys watch these streams as a VOD. That's how I do it too. And clicking like when it's a VOD also helps send it to other people that like VODs. So it's super useful during live, and it's also useful for other reasons once it's over.
4, 3.
Now jumping to call 2.
You've never tried to manipulate the BGS. You don't understand it well enough. Yeah, I agree.
The star coming up is scoopable.
Yeah, that was a doorway. I whacked it.
We have arrived at our target destination.
If you don't fly without forgetting your limpets, are you really even flying? I agree, Jeff. I like that we can manufacture limpets, though. I never forget my limpets now because I just make new ones. That's a freaking great feature. Oh, yeah. We're headed to Project Simstarr. We don't actually want to do that. Actually, yes, we do want to do that. I just realized they won't shoot me out of the sky. So we can land at Project Simstarr and pick up passenger missions for IDA and undermine them directly under their nose. I love it. Yeah, you got to synth what you need because you're usually way out. Yeah, that's the way I used to do it. Exploring from star to star. Mission failed. Your report showing your talent. We expect you to apply yourself more. Oh, did I fail a mission for you? Yep, and our status has been raised to disliked. Let's hit that to 7. Go to transactions. There we go. We've got 2 planetary scan jobs to fail. All of these, the rest of those will happen off camera, which is good. It's what we actually want to see happen. You spend hours grinding those mats, you'll turn them into limpets if you want to. I just buy them at the store, man. All I'm saying is that I didn't know until recently. I think it was only like 4 or 5 streams ago. So at most 2 months ago that I can manufacture limpets right on the ship. You guys help me understand that. Project Simstarr is a little bit unusual. It is the station, I mean. It is positioned between the planet and the rings, making it somewhat hard to get to. And I actually like that as our jewel, as our flagship station. It's a little hard to get to. We are building a welcome center at the star, but we need that welcome center. We need the Empire out before we can build it. That's what I like about this background simulation. That statement is actually true. I don't have to create a lot of lore. The lore is creating itself. If I embrace it, that is, because it's subtle, but it's there. We had to stop work, stop all labor, real labor, on the station build out because we didn't like the policies of the governance. What would a setup like that cost? You need to hit up the YouTube side. Here you go. Hit up the YouTube side and take a look at not today's short, but yesterday's short, and I talk about it. It's a lot harder to answer than you think, but not in the direction that you expect. So it's actually cheap to build, but naming that price I find to be extremely difficult.
Approval granted. Set course for landing pad 35.
Set her down on landing pad 35. Wacko.
And down at our home, from which we have been exiled. Hopefully, we can maintain our reputation to just disliked long enough to get this done.
Hull integrity compromised.
Man, I suck at landing on this Link's Highlander for some reason.
Systems offline.
Yeah, I can also manufacture jump juice. I have enough to do that a couple of times. You'll check it out? Oh, yeah. You wonder how it would work with using VR. You're asking the core questions, the basic questions. There is, unfortunately, I removed it. If somebody could add to the after action report on the Discord to re-add the playlists, I used to have a button I could send you that just had a playlist of why I'm not using VR, and another one that told you how I built the thing. I took them off. I need to put them back because I've needed them like 3 days. I didn't use them at all for 2 months, so I took them off, and then I've needed them 3 times today. That's how it goes. All right, we don't actually have to talk to anybody here. We need to go to the back to the mission board. No, passenger lounge. Goodness focus. Okay, passenger lounge. We've got the business thing going on right now. So let's see what we can do for Ida for business. Transportation. Instead of all choices, we want to sort by influence. We want the biggest ones with the most influence that we can do. And you can do that by clicking on each one, and it will show you what the rewards are. We want the reward to be influence. Gee, they don't really seem to have any. Okay. It's all reputation for some reason. Locked because of reputation requirements. Aren't I? Oh, this is the Crimson Initiative. My bad. Oh. Ida's a... Okay, this is interesting. This has changed since we started streaming today. Operation Ida is ahead of HIP 83983. That's why I couldn't find what I was looking for. Okay. We'll go through each one. If they don't offer influence as a reward, we'll take... we'll just take whatever we want, and we'll head back over to our exile station and pick one up from there because I know they have one.
Initiating biosensor calibration. Testing biological monitoring systems.
I chose influence, right? Nobody's offering influence right now? Yeah, we need economy class for those guys. Okay. Why am I showing I have a I have missions outstanding? Oh, right, because of the fake ones. We'll take the danger ones. Why not?
I have taken the liberty of adding the target system for that mission to your bookmarks.
There we go. Okay. Oops. Well, we could do it manually. I didn't mean to... Well, wait. No, we can't. Okay. Transactions.
Setting course for HIP 84197. System is just one jump away.
Okay, we're doing another loop. Right back to where we were. I'm going to do one more of these loops after this, and then we'll have some battle, I promise. Oh, I missed some of what you guys were saying about VR. Based off my friends and co-workers, I'd say the sim and the VR are now more likely than ever in this scenario. Yeah. I'll explain a little bit since you guys are asking. All right. So, the VR question. why don't I use VR has several answers that all bridge together to make one argument. Let's start with the one that you don't care about. VR makes a lesser screen. You guys want to see my head. You don't want the screen moving around with all the micro jitter that eye tracking, head tracking does. So the first answer is that it does not make a more compelling screen, which I think you'll agree with me is something I need to worry about. You don't have to, but I do. That is not the number one reason. I'm starting from the bottom and working my way up. Oh, there we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
The next thing is that what does virtual reality give you
3,
that you need that would make this better? No, let's start with this. Another lesser, number 3 on the list. Okay, so you guys use VR all the time. You know that Elite Dangerous is amazing in VR. I still argue it's one of the best VR games out today, period. Even though it's 11 years old, it's still the winner. It's in the top 10 for sure. Elite Dangerous is so great in VR. So if it's so good, why aren't I using it? And the answer to that is, what are you getting from VR? If you think about it, you break it in your components. You're getting tracking, you're getting depth, you're getting a sense of presence and immersion. What are the downsides of having VR? You have to wear the goggles. They do get kind of hot. You do get that mark around your whole head. You do have to worry about tracking issues. It does increase the hardware requirements.
Commander,
That
we
kind
have
of thing.
arrived at the requested location. There is a potential for
Let's
military
break
grade
each
alloys
one of
or
those
military
down for a second.
capacitors in the system. Come on, Captain.
Depth, I'm actually getting because my cockpit that I have in front of me is in 3D. Bear with me. Hear me out. This cockpit is in 3D. So everything that you're experiencing, I am getting for real. I'm not explaining this in the right order. I'm not explaining this well. Think about the Millennium Falcon ride over at Disney World. It is a fully fledged Millennium Falcon. No amount of VR headset is going to make that a more realistic Millennium Falcon, right? So you can go one of two ways with VR. You can have you can go one of two ways with immersion and presence. You can make it for real, or you can just project your senses on it. VR covers your vision, the sound covers your ears, and then you can add different haptics like the hot and cold fans that I have that blow when I get close to a star. You can do all that in VR as well. But it is good for doing a total conversion, and it is not so good at doing a specific conversion. So if the only thing you're doing is flying one kind of cockpit all day, building that cockpit is going to be better than controlling the entire thing in VR. That makes sense. I'm just not saying this in the order that I had expected to when I started this order. Finally, the other things that you're getting in VR, I'm actually getting. There is a reason that you don't generally see, and I know Volan is one of the exceptions. You don't generally see motion platforms in VR used at the same time, unless it's an attraction, like what this thing is based on. Unless you're doing an arcade thing and you're only going to be in it for 15 minutes, there's a reason you see only VR or only motion simulation. And it's because they bring you to the same level of presence. They bring you the same kind of immersion. So putting them both together does not double the experience, it just doubles the complexity. I actually have, if you think about it,
Sierra, India, Mike.
I am actually in a VR headset right now, a full body VR headset. I get head tracking because I get full body tracking. When I move, I should be talking about this here. When I move, the screen moves with me. I do get the kind of tracking you guys are expecting me to have. I do get the kind of 3D you guys are expecting me to have. It's just that it's all real, so the brain kind of filters it out and goes, well, wouldn't it be better with a VR headset? Not really. There's a lot of sim people that agree with me on this because they don't use it either. Because when you're planning on doing 4 hours streams like I do, or 12-hour streams, comfort does start to make a difference when you're going out. So that it becomes an issue when it wouldn't normally. But when you're trying to do one specific thing over and over again, building it for real is better. And that's what I'm attempting to do, is build it for real. But I'm not giving up as much as you think, is where the rambly point I have here. I'm not giving up as much as you think, because I do get tracking, and I do get 3D, and I do get immersion. It just doesn't look like it from your point of view, which is an argument you guys have all the time. You try to explain why VR is better, and nobody believes you, because talking about VR is like talking about a dream you had. This is the same way. This system is as good as VR, it just doesn't look like it.
Commander. This system is in a state of civil war. Be careful which side you favor.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing as an individual experience, but it's not translatable to the person that isn't in VR. The same thing is happening here. The alternative version of everything I'm saying is the people who are big VR fans, I can ask you the same question. Why don't you have a motion gimbal attached to your system? If you thought it was too expensive, welcome to Project Simstarr, where I'm trying to explain to you that it's not. You can add these kind of haptics to your VR system. Chances are, even once you discover that, you're not going to want to. Because VR is doing a total conversion, while this system is doing a specific conversion, if that makes sense to you.
Blast.
Yeah, 4D gaming setup, that's right.
Or in the space.
The question was the motion chair with VR would cause a higher chance of motion sickness? Not really. It can, but that's a solvable problem. I get what you're saying, but the reason I went into my rant is that I assume that most problems are solvable, and I'm not going to hide behind them for the most part. I can do a motion tracker right here, and I can do lighthouses, and that would do motion compensation enough to be enough. It would be fine. The thing is, though, is that it wouldn't make a better stream, and it would make me take more breaks, and I'm already getting everything I need. I actually feel like I'm in the space station right now. So since that's already happening, I don't need to trick my eyes more than they're already being tricked. I wouldn't be able to see all my cool stuff. And if I injected this stuff, I would get a resolution loss for no gain. It would be superimposed over their cockpit, and their cockpit doesn't match what mine has. And yeah, I could make my cockpit match what's in the game. Hold on. Like this, I could make my cockpit match what's in the game, but I don't want to. I don't want my system to look like this. I want my system to look like this, with the prompter over here with the chat and everything. It's great. Oh, it's merch time! Thank you, Nibbler. It is merch time. This is exciting because I just have new merch. I should clarify to you guys that are new. Yeah, I'm selling merch, but I'm actually more into the idea that I have merch in the first place. So I've got some Simstarr tumblers, but the reason I'm excited about it today is I put something new on the store, which I think you guys will actually be interested in. The Simstarr patch kit, huh? The patch kit. So if you guys want to rock, if you guys want to represent Project Simstarr, you're now able to do so. Hold on. Push this button right here, and this button right here. There we go. So yeah, Simmer's showing it off right here. She's got the Project Simstarr patch kit. It is. Let's choose this one. It is the Project Simstarr patch, a Project Simstarr vinyl sticker, and then the cap medallion for you guys to stick to your berets and stuff like that. Now, when I release these, let's go ahead and. Oh, she already did. Nibbler already put the link to the. Oh, we're calling it the Project Simstarr now. So on the Simstarr, you can get this pack right here, and 2 people already have. I've not mailed it out because I wanted to ask you guys what you think. How do you think about this as the presentation? Is it good, or should I add something more to it? I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to burn myself out, but I do want to make sure that I give you guys something that you actually want. So yeah, these are exciting. I think these are neat. So if you think they're neat too, they're available to you. Okay. I'm tempted to print out a Nibbler picture and stick that in there as well. Yeah, you would imagine that the motion simulator would decrease possible motion sickness. Yeah, you're right, because you're feeling it for real. That's true. If there's a delay, it could cause vestibular disconnect. But that's, again, if you have a high enough processor, it's a solvable problem. You would never recommend a streamer to stream this in VR. That would be uncomfortable quickly. Yeah, and it wouldn't be as good.
The kitchen has fresh hay? Why would
Stop
I
trying
ever
to
leave?
get my goat. Nibbler's the one who fulfills these orders. Oh, for you guys that actually bought it, I know it was Crispies and Wernick, who I don't think are in the stream right now. But we're tempted to send you guys a special gift because you were the first guys to get it. Gabby might send you one of her resins that she just made. She might pop one of those in there. We're just not 100% sure that it's safe to travel because we just made them. But if we feel like it's good, we'll pop those in there for you. Then you'll get a gift from Gabby. Hopefully next week you'll get that crew hat. Yeah, we got all kinds of stuff on the store. We got hats and shirts and stuff. These patches are fulfilled by me though. So we're going to. You guys know how much I like the Amazon liquidation store. Those envelopes. While I'm talking about it, I better show it to you. These envelopes are from the Amazon liquidation store, and what's not featured in here right now is the. You'll get one gift, at least one thing that I've salvaged from the Amazon liquidation store, because I've got those Valentines and I've got little trinkets. We're going to put those in there too. Those are available for limited time, and it's whatever random item I managed to get. We just went to the liquidation store on Saturday because they've lowered their prices, if you can believe it. Oh, I don't have my Discord open. Hold on. Discord. Show you guys a little sneak peek of what's in the cargo bay. So since I'm in sales mode, if you guys do join the Discord and you become a channel member at any level, you do get access to a couple of things in the background. One of those things is the crew cargo bay. So this is the cargo bay. Oh, I'm not doing it right. Hold on. This is the cargo bay that everybody has access to. And it shows you the updates that I've made to the Simstarr. But when I first make those, I post them here in the crew cargo bay. So this is how I can show people things that you get access to it about a week sooner than everybody else. And did I even post the upgrade? Hold on. I didn't post it here. Oh, well. I'm not going to go into the private Discord to show you, but I got a couple of things from the Amazon liquidation store I could use to upgrade the Simstarr this week. Some of those things, when they're light enough, I can put them in the mail. I will send them over to you. Yeah, you mostly get motion sickness in VR because your eyes are telling your brain that you're moving, and your ears are saying that you're standing still. The discrepancy between the senses is the main cause of motion sickness in VR. That is true. That's called vestibular disconnect. And what it's basically saying is it's a check that you've evolutionary created to know if you've eaten something bad. So if your eyes tell you one thing and your ears tell you another, your brain says, stupid monkey ate bad berry, throw up bad berry. That's why you get sick when you get dizzy. Yeah, I have to give On Foot Combat a try. We're going to do that on Wednesday. There are combat zones that we're going to join today. We're going to get a couple of kills done in a minute. But on Wednesday, we're going to do it on foot. I'm going to drive around the combat zones that are on the ground and use my SRV, which is a lot of fun. I enjoy doing that. You've never played Elite in VR? You really should. If you have a VR headset, you should boot it up in VR. It's great. It's an 11-year-old game, so it runs really smooth. It's one of the things you can train yourself out of. Yeah, a little bit. Get your VR legs. If you're feeling dizzy, chances are you're actually picking up something that's real, a frame rate disconnect that isn't working out for you. Okay, so I'm at Bornstein Hub. Okay, we need to go to the next place to drop off these 88 politicians. There we go. They're in a different solar system. So we're just going to
setting course for Col 285 sector
head over there real quick.
C13-29. We will reach our destination.
I'm enjoying doing these missions, these passenger missions. Feeling like an airline pilot. I hope you guys are having a good time with it. Yeah, where I feel dizzy in this system now is when I have to turn off the motion. If my eyes tell me there should be motion, I don't feel it. I start feeling sick, which is the opposite of what you guys are going to feel. Because you don't have any problems running in 2D, but I do while I'm in this chair because I know I should be feeling certain things. When I don't, it gives me just a little bit of vertigo. It can be fought against, so it's not so bad that I have to not play. But ironically, the motion doesn't make me sick. The lack of motion makes me sick. What third-party program am I using for the voice assist? That is ED Copilot. And then I have on here ED Copter, which is a webhook into ED Copilot. This is Icarus Terminal, and this is Touch Portal. Touch Portal is my own design. It's like Gamer Glass, but it's got a one-time pay. And then ED Copter and Copilot, ED Copter and Copilot and Icarus are all free for you, run by some great developers.
4, 3, 2.
Jumping to code 285.
If you're feeling sensitive to motion stuff, there's not much I can do for you. I can tell you to drink some ginger, that does help. But fighting motion sickness just makes you more motion sick. I'm talking the science. I could find you the links to the papers on that stuff. There's not much you can do. However, you should try VR, and if it didn't work out for you the first time, you should try it again, because advancements make it a little easier.
Frameshift drive charging.
I would tell you to try a motion sim, but there's not many like the Simstarr with so much action on the yaw and so much action on the pylons. So it would be hard for you to try it. You'd have to build this one to find out.
Heading to code 285 sector M-CC 13.
There seems to be a love of individual-based compensation mechanisms that the tech creators don't understand as far as who can tolerate what. Oh, that's true. I think it's solid, though. I think the frame rate is high enough now that VR, if you're feeling sick, there's probably something wrong with the game rather than something wrong with the technology.
System scan complete.
What I mean to say is you probably have some hardware issue you can fix, is what I'm trying to say.
Fuel sync disengaged.
Yeah, I know you guys have been eager to wean up. I will do some combat eventually, I promise. We will blow some guys out of the sky, but combat can be kind of draining, so I'm holding it off till the end of the show.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Successfully transitioned to Witch Space. Heading to Cole 285 sector BR-CC 13-29. This star we are jumping to is scoopable.
I'm serious, though, about why you guys are having combat, why you guys are on the front lines. I'm running some political stuff. That's actually true. That's one of the things I'm loving about this entire process, is that I am actually running some politique right now. I'm running around, shaking babies and kissing hands, and letting people know that the Simstarr system is in good shape. It's the governance that needs to go by successfully completing missions for them. Like, I'm dropping off imperial politicians right now. They know that their position is too tenuous and they're leaving, and I am dropping them off. So when they get there, they're going to have to admit that the leader of the resistance personally dropped me off and made sure I was safe. You played it in VR since 2018? It was fine outside the asteroid fields? Oh, that's true. Yeah, those were kind of choppy. Did a lot of combat in VR. It was amazing. And then again, you were in a stable chair. Yeah. A recent short I did was on the Star Wars Squadrons. It was fun to play, and it did make a fun short. But I was only able to go 2 hours of the 4-hour stream. I ended up having to call it early, and that's when I realized that too much action is too much action. Maybe it's because I'm an old man. Maybe it's because of the motion. The constant arcadey combat don't hit, which again brings Elite Dangerous back to the forefront because it has a nice, stable universe for you to exist in. But sometimes gets exciting and sometimes doesn't.
Sierra, India, Mike, permission is required.
It was designed this way. It was designed for what I'm doing, just not with emotion. They want it to be, you have to work for the excitement, and it works out great.
Commander, landing pad 5 is located at 7 o'clock at the front.
Yeah, that was a little long. I didn't read it all. I played Skyrim VR for hours, but I took breaks every 15 minutes. But I did play Skyrim VR for an extremely long time. I loaded up a YouTube video on my wrist, so I would watch YouTube videos while went around adventuring, killing dragons and stuff. Oh wow, you are right on top of it. You're down. I think I'm making this prediction again because I like the prediction. I think that the new Steam frame, the new Valve headset, will be able to run Elite Dangerous natively. Because the deck does it. The deck runs it natively. So I think it can run VR natively. We'll see.
You're on the deck, deactivating docking systems. Enjoy your stay at our facility, Commander.
Yeah, regardless of VR sim or 2D, we all have our different tolerances. We all have our limitations, Carl.
Is that you, Simstarr?
Action reputation.
Off to track down some bounties. Pirates won't know what hit them. Who's in?
Let's get these scan fragments. We don't really need reputation, but our influence has gone up with them, so we've got that. All right, guys. I do believe that we've succeeded in all those missions. Yes. Okay. I think we're going to do one more in eco mode because I actually want to see what the influence options are. So we're going to do one more loop. And then we'll get into combat. Groceries have arrived and you put them away. Now you're just hoping the new headphones arrived, Eddie, right? Because you had broken your headphones, I remember. And then you're going to head off to war. That's cool. Welcome, Jeeps. Oh, did I say hi to you, by the way? 07, Nokia, 07, Soaring Eagle, 07, Gentle Berserker. Welcome, everybody.
In 3 jumps.
Yeah, you'd go for the material rewards, too. What I actually want is influence rewards. That's the whole point today. Oh, you love my hat? I like my hat, too. I've been wearing hats like this for 4 years. You can get them off the Amazon Marketplace. It's a maroon beret, the kind you buy at an Amazon store. Welcome, Bad with Names. Welcome, 0707. You know, talking about merch for fun. I have the medallion now. So what we will probably do, it has a joke, really. But I know when I do something for a joke, you guys take it serious. We will probably sell berets with the Project Simstarr patch on. We have to buy the beret ourselves, so it's going to be expensive. But we can offer it to you guys if you want. We can even offer it in a whole bunch of different colors. We can do the same for the jacket, too.
Frameshift drive charging.
Thank you, Nibbler. Remember to click that like button, you guys. Let's see how we're doing with the likes. What do we have with the likes right now?
Clear of the station limits. Have a good flight, Commander.
What's my like count? 41 likes. It's actually pretty
We have
good.
successfully transitioned to witch space. Heading to Cole 2.
But we could do better.
CG-OD6-100.
Thank you for the follow. I wish I had a thing that would tell me about the likes, but it doesn't. Thank you for the follow. Say ITT. That is what we want on the Twitch side. And likes is what we want on the YouTube side. Oh, it just went to an ad break, so they probably missed their
Your
shout.
efforts are amusing.
GB, stop trying to get my goat. Oh, I didn't look. How many jumps we got? We've got just 2 jumps left, so it was a total of 4 to get to where we need to get to. To get back home was 4 jumps.
4, 3, 2.
I wonder, can you guys see that wasp? That it looks like some kind of beetle, not beetle, the kind that burrow and create little mud.
So only scoop here if you feel
Mud
the need.
things, that their names are escaping me. Can you guys see it crawling across the green screen? Hold on. Now I'm
We're
curious.
now 1 jump from Cole 285 sector
Fuel scooping.
PZ-27-6.
What about now? Can you see him now? He's up there. He's been flying around all day. Poor guy. I'll try to let him out later.
Warning. Temperature critical.
I didn't have my throttle at 0 like I thought I did. I almost died. You saw him a little bit? Yeah, he climbed off the screen. Yeah, once he comes back down a little bit, I'll turn the green screen off again. But actually, what I'm wondering is, will you see him crawling across the screen? Oh, he flew away. He's over there now. He's over closer to that camera. What I'm wondering is, will you see him crawling across the digital screen? Because he's black on a green screen. So. Oh, I missed that. You guys asking me about the Nomad. I'm excited about the Nomad. I would prefer a SRV, so still on the ground, that can scan, and I can't have that. But the Nomad sounds pretty good too. I'm hoping the Nomad will let me do more than exobio scanning. I'm hoping that Nomad will let me land if I'm in a large ship, that I can disengage and land on a medium-sized station. That would be cool, but we'll see. I'm excited.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah, we hit the exclusion zone because I was looking at that wasp. I wasn't paying attention.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
We'll be able to skim the planet looking for them. That's true. It's going to make finding bacteria a lot easier.
Jumping to call 285 sector.
Dirt dauber, thank you. That is what I was thinking of, a dirt dauber. It's black with yellow stripes.
The star we are
Pretty sure it's got a stinger on it. Thank you, bad with names.
This is the final stop in our current route.
Fuel scooping.
Okay, we're back in our system. Nibbler is supposed to remind me that it's time to give a shout out to the crew after about 2 hours. He hasn't done that yet, so it's probably more like 2.5. But I think it's about time. I'm feeling it. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna jump off. When we get back, we will name off all of the officer level YouTube chat members, and we'll name off any non-commissioned officer Twitch guys. I know it's more expensive on Twitch. I can't affect that price. I'm working on a way to equalize those two things. But I'm just letting you know that if you want a shout out, that's the time to do it. Yeah, being able to leave your ship in orbit and come down in a shuttle is actually pretty cool.
We hope you are enjoying your vacation cruise on our luxury.
My needs, what I need updates to the game to do, are different than what most people need. Because you don't think twice. You jump out of the ship and you scan it and you jump back in. It's cool. But when I do that, I have to break the metaphor. I have to get out of the ship, but not physically get up. And then I'm playing a first-person shooter. It's really apparent when I do it. So I can get why they're doing it the way they are.
We will be cruising in system for a while. Please feel free to.
So Ames Depot is orbiting this moon, and this moon is orbiting that planet. That planet's orbiting that sun. That's spatial dynamics, but it's still neat. As a dirt dauber, he's probably looking to kidnap spiders in their nests. Yeah, we do have lots of spiders around here. But he's actually, I think he's trapped in here. He doesn't understand what's happening because he keeps bouncing off the light like a moth.
On behalf of the crew,
He needs to land back on the green screen so I can turn him into content.
Don't forget to check out our spa and tranquility garden during your trip.
Man, the temperature's getting hot in here. It is summertime, and I am in a garage. That's why there's bugs and spiders and stuff. There's no
there's no real disconnect between the outside here. Like the garage is the airlock, you know.
Zorgan Peterson, Sierra, India. Mike, it's good to see you, Commander. Please enjoy your stay at this facility.
I really don't see
Access granted. Please head directly for
The
base.
name of this station is temporary, by the way. What we're going to do is the top 10 contributors that are building the systems will be able to name one of these bodies. So whoever probably the number one is probably will be Mornick Station. Will be able to name it whatever they want. You know, with the caveat that if I don't like it, I'm not going to do it. But you know, he wants to call it Wernick's Rest, or I know Crispy's will probably be one if he wants to name it after his dog Waffles or whatever. Oh.
Taking damage.
Wow, that felt real. Actually felt like I got rear-ended just now.
Collisions will not be tolerated.
So if you want your name in the station on one of the stations, you can contribute, and later on I'm going to sell what's left. But not until we're fully established, and not until everybody's happy with their recognition for all their hard work.
Commence power down. Take note, Commander. A civil war is currently affecting the area. Watch who you side with.
Oh, a civil war is affecting the area, you don't say. All right, let's see here. Mission board. No support because we're at the civil war stage. All right, we're going to do one more delivery. We're going to switch back to the econ ship. Eco bus. And we're going to take some more passengers on one more drop-off.
The maximum jump range for this
but
ship
I'm going to take a quick break first,
28.14 light
and when I
years.
get back, we'll do the community shout-out. So don't go away. I'll be back in 2 minutes and 2 seconds. And I'm back. See what you guys been saying.
Yeah, it's EcoBus.
Not much.
What up, Simstarr?
Yeah, that thumbnail does have a lot going on. You guys didn't tell me if you thought that was a good or a bad thing. All right. We switched to the new ship. We're going to do one more delivery.
No need to worry. The
But
baby is here.
I want to do it from Project Simstarr.
Point Delta reached.
I want to undermine this government from the place I was exiled from, right under their nose. Let's switch over to that station real quick. We'll pick up some econ guys.
System sweep initiated.
I forgot to check that. Is that on?
It's ready. No hostile sighted.
Well, we'll go to Simstarr and then I'll go low.
Landing gear.
So you guys let me know, at the very least, let me know if you think I should, that it's conveying the information or that it's too busy. Because usually I only have one element that's moving around, and this time I am. The picture of me and the name of the stream is always static, but it's got a dedicated, static glitch mode on it. And then the thing that we're doing moves around a little bit. This time I've got a station and a ship and fire. Technically explosions, although I don't see them, so I must have disconnected it by mistake.
4, 3.
There's a lot of motion outside the Simstarr, which is the one thing that should be moving. That's a fun way to look at it, it's true. Whoa, that was a mistake. I've got a banana for scale. That's my banana for eat, and that's my snack banana. You guys have the ability to make me eat it on the Twitch side if you want. YouTube has to update its award features, I think. Needs to get on parity with Twitch. Yeah, I can move the still image, but moving it around so it's actually in motion would require each photo that I took, and I took 250 on that day, to be in motion. That's too much. They'd have to be in motion for a...
Not today, not on my watch.
Thank you, Nibbler. Stop trying to get my goat. Oh, I forgot. I was going to give you guys your shout-outs now. It would require for me to be in motion the whole time, so I'd actually have to do the pose and hold it like it was Police Squad. Not that I'm not against doing that. I'll do it. But that is a whole new level of difficulty. Besides, I don't want it to move. That's a still image of the Simstarr, and what I want to have happen is for people who are scrolling by to see it and wonder what that chair is and get a really, really good look at it, because it's in motion all the other times, right?
Vulcan Peterson, Sierra, India, Mike. You are now within Imperial jurisdiction.
Am I?
Please maintain decorum when conducting business at this facility.
Oh, we're going to maintain decorum because we wouldn't want to have any issues with the Empire. Sarah, India, Mike, out.
Set her down on landing pad 37.
Welcome to the Project Simstarr space station. A home I am currently exiled from. One that we are fixing. See, it says Project Simstarr up there, but then it says Hail the Emperor down there. Screw the Emperor. Down with slavery.
Landing gear deployed. Hull integrity compromised. Taking damage.
There, down, and down here as well. Something I wanted to check on the break I forgot is why is it so hot in here? I know it's the afternoon. Temperature outside will be this hot, but my portable AC unit should be working better. Check to see if the seals are. Yeah, it's working. So evidently, the 85 freedom units that I currently am is actually it doing its job. So it must be damn near 90 outside, maybe almost 100. Okay, let's see here. You'd imagine you need to be some kind of API for the video to GIF creation at a minimum. No. I'm a motion graphics guy. I can make it happen. Coming back to playing Elite Dangerous after years. Been grinding and trading for 5 days. You'll get Elite within the next 1 to 2 sessions. Oh, awesome. Well, welcome. Welcome, C. Bon 108 Ron 8. Do you have any surface settlements around your system by chance? I do. We have surface settlements that are currently in a state of war. We have stopped all... Oh, hold on. Ignore that. We're not actually celebrating. My system's not paying attention like it should. Okay, that's what I wanted to be at. Yeah, we have systems that are currently in a state of war, and we have stopped all labor until at such time that the Empire evacuates the system and becomes a minor faction here instead of a major one. That's going to happen within the next couple of days. Okay, as Nibbler said, I had that timing just about right. Nibbler says it's time to recognize the officers, and I have an entire new thing I'm excited about, guys. It is... Hold on. It's this button right here. Okay, let's give it a try. You ready? Thank you, Kenny Gillis. Thank you, Frenzy. Thank you, Normadicious. Thank you, Travis420. Thank you, John Malove. Thank you, Dirty Steve 89. Thank you, CRVR. Thank you, Elaine. That's what I'm going to call you. Thank you, Gentle Berserker. What up, Jeebs? Thank you, Empress Extra Drill. Sorry I said Empresses suck. Thank you, Stu Daddy. And thank you, finally, Crispies. Thank you to my officer level contributors for helping support the channel. That's the first time I pushed that button in public. That's neat. What do you guys think? There's an Empire surface settlement. You might go punch the imps in their faces. You're welcome to. I want you to. Thank you for the following. R.E. Pinino, welcome. Thank you for so much support you guys have been giving me lately. It's great. All right, so we are at the Project Simstarr station. We are under close watch from the government because the cops hate us here. We're freaking real. And we are here to pick up passengers. To do one last passenger run, and then we'll get into combat. Nothing ever wrong with thanking dedicated supporters. Well, I do thank you, dedicated supporters. You're super cool to be dedicatedly supporting, man. All right, we want Operation Ida once again. We want to do searches by influence. Are each one of these... No, again, with the influence not being here. What's up with that? I thought maybe if I'd switch to... I thought maybe if I had switched to economy, I'd see more influence. But that's okay. We earn a little bit of influence as we go anyway. So we will take as many of these as they will give us. Just right in order is fine. And I think that's everybody we can take. Oh, no, we can get... Wait, can we actually do 80 more prisoners? Cabin. We can. Awesome. All right, so we are a fully booked flight. We have 200 and some people on here. And we have these guys at 48.4. I imagine after the next server tick, that number's going to go way down. We're going to do some combat after this. And we're going to do basically the same pattern on Wednesday as well. And then some of this off screen, which I never do off camera stuff.
I couldn't leave if I wanted to. I don't have an EV suit.
Jeeps, do you have...
Not yet.
Do you have a 15-minute timer to remind you to try to get my goat? You're not going to get my goat. Oh, you're just demonstrating what you get if you become a channel member. Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you said you were on the billboards outside the station. No, I'm not on the billboards. This is Project Simstarr, the space station. See, it's written directly in front of us. I'll show you what I was talking about before we go.
Landing gear retracted.
Detachment sequence complete. You are clear for departure.
And now it says Project Simstarr here on the inside of the station. And somebody was asking about flight assist earlier. We'll come out here. I'll turn flight assist off and then flip around. So you see, it's not so bad in the Simstarr. And it says Project Simstarr out here in a weird font. But the thing I was pointing out was right here. It says bask in her glory. And it says for the Emperor here.
Attention, Commander. You must seek
Attack out.
authorization.
But yeah, it says Project Simstarr, but it also says all hail to the Empire. And screw the Imps. Screw them. Not into it. Don't hit. Oh, I haven't set a course yet. There are things you can do with the billboards, though. I like hacking them and changing them from what they are to my political power, which is Nakado Kane. But this isn't about Nakado Kane right now. This is about justice. This is about for real. I know they're not real, but when I started speaking out against slavery and I started undermining them, they started making it personal. So this is about me reclaiming my station that I'm about to be banned out again. When those other missions fail, they're going to be hostile to me a second time, a fourth time. So that's what this is about. This is about reclaiming my system from the Empire. Nakado Kane is too far away to give me proper support. Yeah, it's time to let the players make their own factions. That's a lot, though. There's danger in making your own factions. They're probably just going slow with it.
There is a potential for military-grade alloys or military...
Besides, do we really need a Simstarr faction? I don't know. I don't know if we do or not. I think we'll be all right without it. And we're back to Borsine Hub. I didn't check what these destinations are. They're probably in different solar systems because I didn't check it. But that's okay. We could do 3 quick jumps. Drop this guy off, pick up our fighting craft. Oh, I overshot it. I fixed my AC over this week. Same thing happened last summer. It started icing over. There's something wrong with it, but there was a bit of debris, so I shot it with some cleanser. But it still would ice over because it had to work too hard. The solution was to get a $9 fan and stick it in the hallway so that it's constantly blowing air into the hallway, and the thermostat is more correct with what the rest of the house is. So it doesn't work 24 hours a day now. So not only is that cheaper, but it keeps it working. I'm mentioning it now because I'm not in the AC area. I'm in the area that's not, so I'm burning up right now. But at least I'll have some air conditioning when I'm done. It used to be a feature, but they depreciated at some point. Yeah, I knew that because both of these factions are player factions. You don't know those acronyms. Oh, right. He's asking, what are you talking about? The Operation IDA. That's not actually an acronym. Operation, oh, maybe it is. Actually, now that I think about it. Operation IDA is a player faction that was designed to rebuild stations when they were destroying the Thargoid War many, many years ago. And they've expanded just naturally because of the background simulation. They've expanded out all the way out here. And the other one is called Flotilla something. And it is a player-based faction. I don't know a lot about them, but they're on the Empire side. So those are just the factions that we're dealing with. If you want to know more about those guys, I recommend joining our Discord. which I don't have to link to at all today. Let's go ahead and do that. I recommend joining our Discord, and then you can join the colonization channel. And we're talking about, it's called colonization and background simulation now. We're talking about our efforts to take over this place. There are screenshots there that will clear it up for you, is what I'm trying to say.
Permission granted. Please make your way to landing pad 3A.
Did you know the kitchen has fresh hay? Why would I ever leave?
Stop trying to get my goats.
Landing pad 38
I don't
is
have.
located
I
at
have to
3A.
manually
When
disengage
entering
Nibbler if
slot,
you do
green
that,
lights to your right.
which I can now do, by the way, because Nibbler, everything that Nibbler says, well, most of the things that Nibblers say, most of the things that they say will go through a single point. So I can disconnect that point and then he won't say anything. I don't have to change the other logic. I haven't checked. Could somebody who is not a channel member do exclamation get goat? He should be giving you a message that you're not allowed. I think I fixed it, but I don't know if anybody's tried it. So if somebody who is not a channel member could type in exclamation get go and see if it gives you a message. That should be true on Twitch or YouTube.
Beware, Commander. This system is in a state of civil war. Be careful which side you favor.
System sweep in operation.
Prisoners of war, regular missions. And nobody's tried it yet. I have to try it live, so I'm going to keep bugging you about it. If one of you guys types in get goat for me. Oh, there you go. Thank you. There it goes. Oh, there must be a big delay between me and you. It's not doing anything. It's supposed to. It's supposed to report to you guys and let you know you're not allowed to do it. I don't know why it's not. Try Ropet, exclamation Ropet. See if that one works. Let's see. Yep, mission board. Who can we give money to? Can we just give money to Operation Ida? Awesome. Yeah, we're going to do that. Oh, while I'm here, actually, here's Operation Ida. We're not in the Simstarr system. We are in the HIP 84197. And listed here, their influence is 69% in this system. And we are fully allied with them. The other ones are the Flotilla Esther. They're about to get kicked out. They're at 23. And then the Crimson Holdings Corporation is only 8. Oh wow. Oh, that's not them getting kicked out. That's my reputation with them. My reputation is unfriendly, which is actually what we want. Okay. So those are the factions that we're dealing with. But we don't have to keep a close eye on them. It's fine. What we do have to do is continue moving these prisoners of war.
System sweep in operation.
Yeah, no alerts. There should be an alert.
Incoming mission.
I've checked this logic
Setting
a
course for
couple
Col
of
285
times.
sector VR-J,
It should be working.
852-4. We will reach our destination in
Slavery
2
offer. Now we're at something interesting. Slavery offer. Okay. Commander, my organization is willing to pay you for the prisoners you're carrying. They'll serve a more useful purpose than just rolling in cells. Bring 63 prisoners of war to Project Simstarr at Col 285, Sector PZ-C, if you wish to accept our offer. Now, obviously, I'm trying to get the slavery out. Oh, you can't see it. Hold on. There we go. Obviously, I'm trying to get the slavery out. I don't want there to be any, especially not at please bring slaves to Project Simstarr is not a sentence I want. That's why we're going to war in the first place. But we're carrying prisoners of war for Operation Ida, right? Which means these prisoners of war are Imperial military people, right? So if we sell them into slavery, we'd be selling people who think slavery is okay into slavery. They're giving us consent to do it. They just didn't think the leopards would eat their face. So that's why I was hoping I would get one of these messages. I would be tempted to do it. But I am not about to sell slaves at Project Simstarr. That's not happening. That's off the table. Also, we would fail the mission and the influence that we're trying to get. So we're going to say no. But if that said someplace else but Project Simstarr, I'd be tempted. Because who doesn't have a power fantasy of selling a slaver into slavery, right? Who doesn't have that power fantasy? If you don't, I don't know, man. We're just different people. I'm supporting the lie the Empire spreads. It says they chose this life. I'm just picturing a well-to-do combat pilot going, I can't believe we have to go to war here after all we've done for this system. And then they get caught and sold into imperial slavery. And then they go, what? You can't do this. I have rights. Like, I just love that idea. Yeah, sell the slaver into slavery, man. But we're not going to do it, at least not this time. But I am glad it came up at least once. And that is why we're getting them out of our system. This is not acceptable behavior, and it will certainly not be tolerated at systems named after me or my friends. Gotta go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Got 2 jumps to this next one. Also, lore-wise, think of the optics. If the red-capped leader of the resistance screaming freedom for all, there's pictures of me going, shaking hands and handing over a line of slaves. Yeah, that's not going to go well. That's not going to go well for the propaganda side. Yes, Ida is not fighting the Empire yet. We actually do know that. We have a lore explanation as to why that is. The Empire is basically putting the corporation between us and it. What they're trying to do is destabilize our populist position by trying to convince the average person in the system that we are against corporations, which we are not. So they have put us at loggerheads with the corporate side temporarily as a delaying tactic in the war that they know is coming. Now, gameplay-wise, what's happening is that we chose the cooperative over the corporation. If we hadn't done that, then we'd be at the war we want to be at right now. But we chose the cooperative over corporation, and the cooperative was at like 16% when we started, and the corporation was at like 26. We've got them even now. They're 23 and 23. And the game rules say there must be a war at that point. And then the players, not the NPCs, but the players, decide who's going to win by joining the war on one side or the other. That is the gameplay mechanic. But lore-wise, it's really obvious what's happening here. The Empire is trying to make us look bad by putting corporate interests ahead of us. But we're gonna sort this out. We're humanely dropping off people. We're letting them know, this is your captain speaking. I was just getting a lucrative contract to sell you into slavery. That would be slavery into your own government. So if you would like verified receipts, I have those. I'm forwarding those to you and your commanding officer now. And if you think it's unfair that I would sell you into slavery, think about all the people you've sold. And if you would like to join the cooperative, we are running a temporary amnesty. Until the war is settled, if you join the cooperative and leave the Empire behind, we will give you amnesty and allow you to join. Thank you for flying the Freedom Skies of Simstarr Airlines.
Displaying station flag.
Zorgan Peterson, Sierra India, Mike. Please ensure you follow standard docking procedures before landing.
Following standing docking procedures, Sierra India, Mike.
Access authorized. Please head directly for bay.
We have verified freemen on board. They are certified, not slaves. Over.
Landing pad 7 is situated at 7 o'clock in the middle when you enter with
The morale improves by 37% when the crew clicks like on the stream and clicks favorite on the Twitch. That is true. If you want to improve morale and not get sold into slavery by me, you should click like. You should click favorite. Thank you, Nibbler.
Landing gear deployed.
What is the reason for fighting the independents? We must. We absolutely have to. We have to fight the corporation. Here, I can show you. I can show you here on this list. Hold on. He's asking why are we having a battle if it's not with the Empire? That is an excellent question. Hold on. Let me do what I need to do in the order I need to do it. There we go. Why am I back on this screen again? Did I do this? Why did I do this? I didn't make this full screen.
Is that you, Simstarr?
How long has that been happening? Did I program something wrong? Maybe I just hit the wrong button with my fat fingers. All right. Starport services once again. Mission board. Okay. So what we're talking about right now is the background simulation. You're asking why are we fighting the independents? Every system has 4 major players. There may be other factions in a system, but only the top 4 matter. So we have here the Gold Dynamic PLC. It's an independent corporate, and it's got 47% control of the system. If it gets up to 75% control, they start expanding their influence into other nearby systems. We have here the HIP H9285 Empire Assembly. They're an Empire patronage, and they are 26% controlled. The Fatherhood, which is Federation, is 16% controlled. And then finally, our good buddies, Flota Espar Ibera, is 11% controlled. Okay, so in this system, which is not the Simstarr system, if we wanted to raise Flota, if we wanted them up, and we wanted them to control the system, we would start doing things that would increase their influence. We would take missions that would increase their influence, while simultaneously taking missions that would decrease their influence. So we want to do things like take missions for them and then not do them. This is a brilliant system that I've never really paid attention to, because think about how I'm describing it. This is actually real. If the trains don't run on time, people get upset. If the stores are not stocked, people get upset. So you can tell them that you will complete a contract and deliver them 15 tons of groceries and then not do it. That guy gets stiffed. He's not able to actually deliver the groceries. And for at least a month, Snicker bars aren't on the shelves, right? If you say you're going to transport a bunch of people and you set up an airline and then you just don't do it, their reputation goes down. Meanwhile, the guys you're actually working with, you start completing missions for them, their reputation goes up. Follow me so far? So this is what we've done in our own system. We took the last guy is a black market mob guy. So we took our second to last guy, who happened to be a cooperative, and we started raising their stuff. So where it says influence 16%, that's how it started. We got it up to 23%. And by doing that, it brought down the influence of these guys from 26% down to 23%. And the way the game works is that if you have equal influence, there has to be some kind of conflict to see who's going to come out on top. That is a civil war in the game, but it doesn't have to really be read that way. We have to leapfrog the corporation in order to fight the Empire. So that's why we're having a battle with the corporation right now. They're both at 23%. I've been running missions that increase influence. Everybody else in the chat has been fighting battles in the Civil War conflict zones. And when this is all done in 2 days, it'll do the numbers and see who won. And there'll be no doubt, unless another group of players come in, there'll be no doubt that we'll win. And then we'll go from 23% to like probably 35% or 38%. When that happens, we'll bring down the other ones. We'll bring down the other guys, and that will give us the civil war we actually want. And then we'll start hitting the Empire really hard. But in order to do that, we have to get the corporation out of the way. Now, that's game-wise. What I've been suggesting to you is that the Empire is using union busting and he's using propaganda in order to get the local populace to not believe it. So they're saying, hey, look, they're attacking corporate. And that's why we're at battle with corporate right now. But we're going to sort that out. We're going to get corporate on board. Corporate's going to start backing the cooperative because they could still do business in a cooperative. And then the Empire will have to deal with them themselves. And that will be the war we want. Make sense? An Imperial slave is an indentured servant and can be given a job of defending the Imperium as a pilot. They would just be given another ship to fight you again. How interesting. You're right. You're right, Sandrock. If I sold those guys into slavery, they would simply go back to work because they're highly skilled pilots. You're absolutely right. So this is you affecting the influence to change the system state, which will lead to a faction dominance change if they win that state. That is correct. And the whole reason we want to do that is for that email that we got earlier that offered slave trade on Project Simstarr. We do not want that. So we are kicking out the Empire. We're putting in an independent cooperative that luckily was created by players to be helpful anyway. And those guys are going to be in charge. And then we'll just keep an eye on it from then on and make sure they stay in charge. That's what we're doing. That's the goal. And I'm tickled pink that it's actually happening. Because I mentioned earlier, because some of you guys are probably new, I mentioned earlier that I was cast out of Project Simstarr. I was marked full-on hostile for my political rhetoric, for my undermining of their authority, and they just sent thugs to throw me out. I got sent to prison, and when they didn't have any charges on me, they released me. This all actually happened. It just happened off screen. I flew home to my secondary station, and now I am running a shadow government in exile. For now, because we're at a state of civil war already. So we will win this battle with the corporates. We'll get them to sign an armistice, and then we will tackle the Empire, and we'll get the Imps out of our system. That is the goal, and it's actually happening. And the game mechanics that allow this to happen are brilliant. I've never done them before, but I absolutely love them. So kudos to FDev for creating this like 13 years ago. Maybe sooner. I don't know if this was allowed in Elite 2. Maybe it was. Okay, so now that I'm done rambling, we will let out our passengers. We're taking prisoners of war, and we're basically giving them back to the Federation. This increases our reputation with both parties, which is what we want. We don't want them hostile with us so much that they actually kill us on sight. So they'll go, okay, this guy is doing things we don't like, but he's not the worst dude, is exactly what we want to see. And again, this is all really happening. Sure, I'm adding a lore flourish to it, but this is the way the game is programmed to work. If you get thrown out by players using the BGS to do the same thing you're doing, yeah? No, I didn't get thrown out by players. No, I got thrown out by the NPCs. I failed so many missions, and I undermined the Empire so much that I went from unfriendly to outright hostile. And then they attack anyone that's hostile. So they started shooting at my ship while it was in the cargo bay. Since they couldn't actually reach me, their bullets were bouncing off the hatch. I didn't think much of it. But when I logged in again to undermine them some more, I woke up in prison.
Still here. Still keeping an eye on the crew.
Thank you, Nibbler. Jeebs, stop trying to get my coat. So yeah, no players are interfering, and I would prefer for no players to interfere. If somebody gets on a forum and decides they want to undermine me, that will be interesting, but it's not what I desire. I want to try this out and experience the BGS as a player versus enemy thing. Not only because that's what I prefer, but because I find it interesting to see it work the way it's supposed to. Yeah, hostile is not hard to reach. We reached hostile twice today and had to pay them off. That's another brilliant thing. I paid them off by going to another system and bribing them, literally bribing them, to back off a little. And then they became slightly less hostile. What's this email? Eliminate enemies. Commander, I have received word that hostile ships have been sent against you in an effort to cause my people harm. Please ensure that they reach their destination safely. We're relying on you. Well, we're going to do that.
Clear the station. We hope to see you again.
We're going to do that, but we're not going to eliminate them because I'm in an airplane. I'm in a commercial airplane. It doesn't have any guns on it. Sharky is getting hungry. Come on, Jeeves. Don't feed my goat to a shark. Thank you for following, Nick VR. Thank you. Welcome.
Heading to Cole 285 sector, PZ-CB 27-8.
I wasn't able to read the whole message just now, but I saw you saying that I could test it off stream. I can, but I have trouble with that because I have to get a non-channel member and a channel member to join me to test them all. 07, Nick VR, welcome. Man, let me show you this because I've got the buttons for it now. Let me switch to the prompter and then switch here and show you guys. This is what I see. This is my version of the chat on the prompter. And what I'm pointing out is that Nick VR, they're the first time chatter and it came up highlighted, right? Isn't this cool? It makes my interaction with you so much better. And then check this out. Because I have everything connected via overlay. Boom, push that button, end up right back to where I want to go, and then push that button. I mean, I got to get better at memorizing where the tactile buttons are, but that's still pretty neat.
Drive charging.
07 Sandrocks, 07. I'm so glad I'm back to Twitch. Now that I've dominated the elite YouTube space. I don't know if I've dominated it, man. I don't know if I've gotten that far. So, welcome. It's Carsey. Welcome. I am glad to be back at Twitch. The reason I dropped it was twofold. I wasn't getting a lot of views on it at the time because I hadn't done all the shorts. The shorts hadn't picked up. And I wasn't getting a lot of views. And Stream Elements, the dual streamer I was using, kept crashing. So I did a full format hard drive replacement of the streaming computer. I then decided to stick with YouTube until I felt it was safe to return to Twitch. And that's what's happened now. I appreciate the support you guys have been giving me on the Twitch side. Twitch, doesn't have any way for you to know that it's live anyhow. So you got to do all that work on the outside. Oh, getting interdicted. Hold on. I'll have to answer your questions in a second. This is that pirate they told us about. Interdiction will give them the ability to pull me out of hyperspace and attack me with traditional guns, which we have none. And we have no shields either, so I really kind of need to win this battle. Almost got it. Done. They might try that again, but I think we have enough time to get there. If I thought we didn't, I might hit the Super Cruiser overdrive, but I think we got it. Do you use a Gladiator NXT Evo on your left side? I use the Omni Throttle, which is a version of the NXT, just with the turn to the left. There is a short about it. It said these sticks are special. I modified it a little bit. It's only a couple of weeks old if you want to go look it up. Unfortunately, I can't link it directly to you, but it'll show you, it'll give you a close-up of how that works. But yeah, I like the Omni Throttle a lot for y'all. It allows me to do things like getting out of that interdiction I just got out of. Twitch is all about cross-platform promotion and drive traffic. TikTok, YouTube shorts. Yeah, I agree. You're watching the Twitch YouTube community, the Twitch elite community. You know that they play. Yeah, I'm growing. They'll figure it out. Ha! Get dumpstered, NPC. But the way I see all of these platforms, since I've been uploading my daily shorts to all of the platforms, the way I see it is they do need to incentivize me a little bit to play ball with them. So, YouTube's paying me now. Facebook is paying me now. Instagram is not. So I don't really care about Instagram. I'm doing well there, but I don't even look at the numbers. I don't care. What good is Instagram to me? TikTok was a real bastard. TikTok didn't show me to anyone. 0 views, literally 0 views. And I'd be like, okay, you're telling me that your algorithm is so poor. You didn't show it to one person to see if they would like it. But, it was free real estate, so I kept posting there. And now I average like 1,000, 2,000 views per TikTok, which isn't great, but it's doing better. But I'm still not getting paid by them.
Landing gear deployed.
My point of this ramble is simply saying, what's in it for me, TikTok? So I'm saying the same thing to Twitch. You know, if Twitch wants me to do all this extra work, what's in it for me? The answer is just bits and cheers and subscriptions and stuff like that. That's true. But since I wasn't getting a lot of views at the time, my thinking was, well, you haven't earned my extra effort, Twitch. But I've finally gotten comfortable with everything else. I'm feeling like everything we're doing on the stream is smooth and reliable. For example, no drop frames at all today, 14 bit rate. CPU usage is currently 70%, and we're locked in at a constant 60. After a couple of months of knowing that's solid what I'm going to get, I was like, okay, I'll return to Twitch now. But the reason there was such a huge delay is that Twitch has not yet proven itself to me. Which I know sounds weird. I'm a small streamer, but you got to give me something. You know what I mean? Like I know I'm the little guy and you guys can treat me like dirt, but like you got to give me something. Otherwise, why would I do it? And that I don't have an answer to that from half of these dudes.
This ship just hasn't been the same since that problem with Simstarr.
Okay. So we're at the Levi Civic Terminal. I think we're done. I think we're finally ready for combat, y'all. That doesn't tell me. Let me look. Let's look at these transactions. Oh, donate money to the cause. We didn't actually pay somebody? Who didn't we pay? Oh, we got to go back to Bornstein Hub. I forgot to pay them. That would cause an influence drop that we do not want to cause. Yeah, we don't want to do that. So we actually have to set back. I'm glad I checked this. Bornstein Hub is right next to Project Simstarr, so it's fine that we stop there real quick. Planetary scan jobs, okay. Nothing else is pressing, so let's go. Yo, what up, Rat Warfare? Welcome, welcome. Do you think Twitch views on Twitch improved because of you now stream at a much earlier time? No, because I did stream at this time previously and did not get any views. Let me reword that. I did just get a raid of near 100 people because that was almost certainly somebody that's here. Oops. That would have been cool. That would have been cool looking if that had worked. Somebody was wrapping up their stream in Europe and handed it over. So yes, the earlier time does help. But no, I believe that the reason I'm getting viewers on Twitch now is because the shorts have gotten popular enough that people wanted it. Or let me say it this way. I believe that leaving Twitch for like 6 months was a good thing. I think it kind of reset what people expected. Because people started watching me on YouTube and they would go, oh, that's cool. I wish he was on Twitch. And I let that kind of desire simmer for a minute. That's why I think I'm doing better now than I was before. Obviously, the shorts are the advertisement that brings people, but I don't know if the numbers would be as high as they are now if I hadn't taken a break on it. That's my theory on it anyway. Morale reports improve when you click follow and you click like. That's right, Snidler. Crew is saying 07 to you. That's nice. Orange Phoenix. You don't recall you streaming this earlier previously. Yeah, I used to stream at my time at 7 o'clock. I switched at 6 o'clock. It was working okay. But then I wanted this to be a daytime thing, so I switched it to 11 only a few months ago, but I'm really, really happy with this. I'm really happy with Mondays and Wednesdays, with a possible Friday added on if we continue to grow. This schedule, I think we're going to lock in. I'm pretty happy with it so far. 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. my time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You know, who knows? Maybe I'll grow big enough where I can just make this a full-time job, and then I'll do it Monday through Friday. But right now, we're only doing it twice a week. We're doing it Mondays and Wednesdays. And it's been working out for me pretty good so far. How much did I pay for my sim? I don't have the link to give you, but if you look at the playlist of Howdo, which is on the YouTube, here, let me at least give you the YouTube link in case you're not on there right now. So there's the YouTube link. If you check out my channel, you'll discover that I built this thing out of scrap by trading for it. It's not a story I want to regale at the moment, but that'll catch up. Yeah, streaming early does help with the UK, and this game is more popular in the UK. So you were not wrong about that. Yeah, YouTube is great for live content. It's just not as well known as Twitch. I agree. I like YouTube better, but I'm leaving people behind if I don't go to Twitch too. I'm just rambling right now. I'm just saying that leaving Twitch because of technical issues and lack of enthusiasm, I do not regret. And then coming back 6 months later was not the plan, but something I assumed I'd end up doing, and I'm pretty happy with it. You're Gromstron? I hardly have any interactions with Grom, so I wouldn't know. Right now, we want the Empire out. I'm assuming Grom doesn't like the Empire. So you can come over and join us and help fight the Corpos. Let's get the Corpo influence out, and then we will attack straight up. We'll attack the Empire. I'm excited about that because the plan is working. We actually devised a plan, implemented it, and it's working. We're winning a war. It's all gameplay mechanics, but it's still...
Commander Simstarr, you've entered the no-fire zone. An ally like you is always welcome here.
Access permitted. Landlord designated pad number 37.
Pad number 370 in the America.
Landing pad 37 is located at 3 o'clock in the middle when entering the slot with green lights.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that Grom is an independent dictatorship, right? Yes, I do play Power Play. I play for Nikado Kane. It's funny that you mentioned it because I brought it up earlier today. At the moment, Nikado Kane is sitting silent. I've actually asked her to sit this one out because the suburb that we've chosen for Project Simstarr is outside of her reach, and we've done a lot of service for her. So Nikado's like, hey, what should I do? And I'm like, you should sit it out. Don't even endorse what we're doing. We'll take care of it ourselves. And once we're cooperative, we'll ask for Nikado membership, aka we'll manipulate the background simulation to get a Nikado rep out here, or we'll stay independent forever, which wouldn't be bad. Being out here as an independent co-op does sound pretty appealing. Okay, let's go in here and pay our bills. All right. Influence and reputation increased. That is what we want to see. All right. Back one. Support. We can give them more money. Here's $1 million late fee for screwing that up in the first place.
You want a piece of me?
We like Canes. They go very mad at me recently, though, and I may have been sassy in response. Well, you might be a little deeper than I am. I like Nikado Kane just for the power fantasy. I pretend that she's a space socialist, and that I'm helping her spread the message of equality. Just because I can. I try to let's bring up the mission board again. I try not to be a billionaire. I'm currently not. $994 million, so I'm not a billionaire because I give all my money to the poor. Grom was a Federation highly decorated general who left the Federation to become independent due to his discontent with the corruption he saw. That makes sense. But isn't he a dictator, though? If you were in the range of Grom, I would 100% get you up to some Grom foolery against the imps here. Well, just so you guys know, in case you're elite players, this is the system, the PZZ. This is where Project Simstarr is. If you ever wanted to make a pilgrimage out to our station, but right now it's in a civil war because we are battling right now the Corpos to get them sorted out, and then we're going to move our our war pieces to attack the Empire
Setting course
directly.
for Cole 285 sector PZ-C.
We will
B27
probably wrap up this Corpo
System is
battle
just
off
1
camera. I
away.
believe it wraps up on Thursday when we're not streaming. But once it's wrapped up, we're gonna start hitting them hard, and we can expect another civil war probably by the next week's stream. I'll say something famous. We'll have this whole war wrapped up in 2 weeks.
Ship is disengaged from landing pad. Regulate your speed until free of station perimeter.
Boy, I would not go to war in real life. I'd avoid it however I could. You bounced over from YouTube to say Gromfoolery was a good fun. I've been asked to permanently hold on. I'm still learning the buttons. I've been asked to permanently show you guys the chat, which is this right here, on the screen all the time, and I declined. I don't want to. I know there's 2 chats. I know that that's difficult, but I read off what you guys say, and I prefer not having it on the screen most of the time, whenever possible. Just so you guys know, just talking shop. If you guys really want a dual stream chat, let me know and I'll do it. But it would have to be overwhelming, not just 1 or 2 people. You guys would really have to tell me that it's decreasing the stream's enjoyment, because I'm just reading them off anyway, right? For example, Badwood Name says Grom is pretty interesting. He's not really a dictator so much as a military leader who followed his military subordinates. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, a military organization is a dictatorship. So you're saying that once Grom gets his goals, he'll actually let up, or maybe he treats his civilians differently than his underlings? With his beard, Grom legally has to assume the position of dictator. Yeah, our squad said we'll take back our home in no time flat, and then we got our butts kicked. Yeah, that's how war normally goes. It's going well for us, though. Maybe it'll work for us. Twitch can be kind of cranky about showing cross chats. It's against Twitch's terms of service. However, Nutty has another streamer, another content creator. Nutty has convinced me that they're not actually going to do anything about it, so I will just violate the terms of service. Although, if you wanted me to get fancy, I could run a stream only for YouTube and only for Twitch. I don't want to, but I could. That's true. A good military probably isn't defined as a dictatorship. You're right about that. But we could save that for another time. Since we're already doing political stuff, we'll save that for another time. Well, thank you for the following, Ditopia. Welcome. Oh, wait. We're headed to Project Simstarr, where I'm persona non grata. That's not actually what we want to do. We want to go to the Ames Depot, soon to be Warnick Station. Wow, they're real close to each other. Shake my fist at them. They'd actually be able to see me. You think the cross chat, making sure the chat doesn't show the YouTube icon? Well, maybe. I'm not big on... I know, again, I'm talking about the little guy. The little guy gets abused by the big guy. I understand that. That's how that goes. But at some point, you have to incentivize me to use it. For example, I wasn't getting any incentive for using Twitter or Facebook anymore because you can't post links to the things you're promoting. They'll just ban the content. Well, why should I post at all? What value am I getting by sticking with your platform? Same is true about Twitch. If Twitch wants to dictate how I do my chat, well, what incentive are they giving me? What are they going to do? Kick me off? Go ahead. YouTube, on the other hand, does incentivize me. They write me checks and mail them to me. Well, not physical checks. But they send me actual cash spendable money. I'm paying the rent on that shit. So when YouTube says, hey, don't put any copyrighted music in, I'm very much inclined to listen to freaking YouTube, aren't I? That's what I'm talking about. They got to give me some kind of incentive. And right now, believe it or not, I did this on purpose. Right now, I'm not seeing anything from Twitch that makes me want to work with them in that way.
This facility, please comply.
System sweep initiated.
Oh yeah, you went into Rise of the Resistance over at Disney. You were thinking, "Make good." You must have been here when I talked about it in detail. The Rise of the Resistance is the best simulator ride on the market to date. It's so good.
Landing gear deployed. Taking damage.
Docking successful.
Join Blue Sky. I'm on Blue Sky, but I'm on Blue Sky as myself. I'm on Blue Sky the same way I was on Twitter. I just post whatever's on my mind. I do post, like, here, we'll look at it real quick. I do post when I'm going live. I have the system automatically set to do that. But I also post, let's go back and see what else I've been doing on Blue Sky. Yeah, I also post, like, however I'm feeling about stuff. It all happens to be freaking Project Simstarr stuff right now. Hold on. There we go. I posted what I had for dinner, right? So if you go there for Project Simstarr content, you're going to get mostly what I had for dinner. You're going to get pictures of my cat. You know, anyone can become bitter. Choosing kindness after pain is the real rebellion. Everybody knows that kindness is the real punk rock. Boy, there's a lot of Project Simstarr stuff. You know, Gabby stuff. You know, I hate Trump stuff. Anyway, my Blue Sky is not a place I promote because it's just a place I go and I post stuff. I've actually been pretty soured on social media. I adopted Twitter in 2008. I've had it longer than Elon has, and I recommended that everybody go and post whatever. And now I've gotten to the point where I recommend people stop posting. So, you're pretty sure they changed it? That Twitch changed the multi-chat now? I can tell you this: Twitch doesn't enforce it, so you can do it. Would it be a good place for game devs to get up that sort of thing? Yes, and so is Blue Sky and Mastodon are crawling with game devs. It is a place I recommend that you go. I have a system that cross-posts to Blue Sky and Mastodon. It used to cross-post to Twitter, Blue Sky, and Mastodon, but I've abandoned Twitter outright. I'm not comfortable being there anymore, which is a shame because, like I said, I've been there longer than Elon. I posted every single day. I had to delete almost 20 years of content. I moved it over to Blue Sky.
Securing the perimeter.
Yeah, it's a much nicer atmosphere. So yeah, I do recommend them, but I also recommend that you get off of posting. Like, I post every once in a while now, but I used to post everything. Whatever was on my mind, I used to post. I don't do that anymore because I don't like the way it's been weaponized. I think that there's a future for us. My feeling on if we'll ever get to space is way low right now, but my feeling on if we'll get a hold on social media is really high. I do believe that in a generation or two, so way past my ability to enjoy it, we will actually manage to do decentralized systems like the original internet was, and they won't be able to control it as much. They will have to meet us halfway, because right now they're like, do what we say, when we say, you consume, you can do nothing else. In fact, I have that. One of the things I posted was that. Hold on. It was pretty funny. Yeah, here we go. Here's how things are right now on the internet. Notice, must be a customer at all times. That's how it is on the internet right now. This isn't even a political rant. That's how it is, right? And I do believe that things, when Blue Sky becomes decentralized and Mastodon's protocol catches on, that we'll be able to get back to doing our own thing, and we'll welcome advertisement and corporations, but they won't rule the damn roost. Because it is not cool that I can't post a link to my live stream or my merch store, and they'll just mute me. Unless I pay them more money, they won't allow it on there. No. It needs to be in the middle ground. The biggest issue is you don't want to get into all that social media nonsense. That's true. It's just that I feel that there's value in social media. I've made a lot of friends. Shit, we're on social media right now. We're on a platform, and I'm talking to you, and I'm making friends in the chat right now. Discord is my current go-to place. more personalized, more smaller, better at having one-on-one conversations. You had nearly 50,000 followers. See, I never did. I had like 2,000. I was happy with it.
No hostile sighted. All hands on standby.
You don't have a source, but you heard that Twitch did downgrade their stance about multi-chat. The rule is now you can, as long as the streamer makes sure to give Twitch chat equal attention on the other platforms. I hadn't heard that, but I'm not surprised, because I know they weren't going to punish me for it. All right, guys. All right. Hold on. Let me see. Hey, we're doing great with the likes. That's cool, you guys. Thank you so much. Okay. So we are here at our base of operations until Project Simstarr is liberated. And we are switching over to the Kestrel Mark II. That's our combat ship.
We're aboard.
And we're going to blow some dudes out of the sky.
The maximum jump range for this ship is 34.43 light years.
Okay. Operation Ida. I just want to see if I can give them a little bit more money. I can, so I will. It's actually completed this time. Raise that influence. When this war is over, they're stuck at 23% right now until the war is over. But they're going to get a huge bump. Once this war is finished, they're going to go from 23 to like 38, I think. You didn't notice if I replied, do you want to wing up? Yeah, that I do want to wing up. I'd prefer to do that with channel members as an incentive, but that doesn't generally work out. So I'll wing up with anybody that wants to. A lot of social media has turned people into tabloid headline creators. Yep. I feel like whatever you look at, you get a Batboy found in cave situation. I agree. That's something I've got going for me at the moment. At the moment, authenticity is valuable. So in the attention economy, I'm doing okay because I'm just doing my thing. And I happen to be able to do my thing in a way that is commodifiable for the first time in my damn life. I have good ideas because they're provably, that's why I say that. I have good ideas and they work for a while, and then people go, well, you're not able to grow with us. You can't scale with us. You have to go. At the moment, authenticity is valuable on the internet, and that's what I'm giving you guys. So I'm glad everybody's fallen down to my level, I guess.
System sweep in operation.
Yeah, unfortunately, traditional social media is more needed for smaller game devs. Well, talk to me, Nokia. Talk to me. Let me give you the Discord drop. Join me in the Discord. Sorry, Battle Commander. I didn't see you earlier. Hiya, welcome. 07. Yeah, you are a channel member, Jeeves. That's true. Thank you, Nibbler. We've already talked about the likes enough, I think. Okay, so I'm asking you to join me at the Discord because I have unlocked a little bit about the YouTube Shorts. I can give you tips that will raise your numbers. I won't do it for you, but I'll tell you what I've learned. It's basic, but also not intuitive. So come to my Discord and ask me about it. I'll share some info to help get your numbers out. All right, so we have, we have our Kestrel Mark II. Let's go to the mission board. Let's look at Ida. I don't think this will work, but let's see if they have a mission for taking out Corpo scum. Probably not, right? Assassinate the deserter. We want to see if there's anything local. There is. Okay, all of these are local. All right. There we go. Crimson Creative Holding Ships. Awesome. Okay, seek and destroy 81 ships. That's a lot. From Crimson Creating Holdings faction. You can find targets in the conflict zones here in the Simstarr system. And return and collect our bounty at Amos Depot. 80 is a little much for me. All right, 40 is better, but still a little high. That's 48. 30, we're getting there. 64. 12. There we go. Kill HIP 83983 Crimson Creative Holding Ships. Seek and destroy 12 ships from this faction at this system. Collect your bounty in the next 20 hours. Okay, we'll do 12. 12's the most I can do. Okay, 30 is too much because shit, I only have 40 minutes left anyway. We'll go a little long for it to get 12. But all right, that's good enough. So we have picked up a mission that will actually increase our influence in the first place. And now we're going out and we are looking for... Okay, Dirty Steve is here. Invite you to team. Jenna Berserker here. Invite you to team. I don't recognize the rest of you.
Detachment complete. Exit the station quickly and safely.
Because your names will be different on YouTube than... but I can do one more. Assuming both of those join us, I can do one more. Yeah, I'm not good at business either. They're saying for somebody who has different zero idea on how to market things, any advice is appreciated. I don't know how to business either. I'm business dumb. I don't make money, and I've actually tried. To make money. I'm sorry. I'm actually trying not to do that anymore. However, one thing I have learned is how to make the shorts into something YouTube likes and Facebook likes that is monetizable and increases views.
Smith has just joined the wing.
There's a lot of gurus out there, and I've listened to some of them. We're going to go to navigation. We're going to go to the nav beacon real quick, because I want these guys labeled. And I could show some of my tricks that I do in order to create as much content as I do, is what I'm talking about. You're dropping off at Amos? Good idea. I'm headed over to the nav beacon. I want these radio signals translated. Sorry, checking a couple of messages. One of those messages is interesting. It's going to be interesting if that pays off. Is that a banana for scale? No, that's a banana for eating. It just happens to be quite large. I'm not hungry right now, but you guys over at Twitch, you've earned enough channel points that you can make me eat it if you hit banana time. But that's just a snack, and it's funny to have it back there, I think. I've been meaning to print a special 3D holder for bananas so you can see it better. That's a really big banana. I wouldn't use that one for scale. Okay. So hitting up the nav beacon will let us skip the field surface scanner. It'll let us skip that part. Oh, you bastard. All right. I don't know if I can eat that whole banana, man. I don't know if I can fit it all inside me. I'm not really hungry right now. I'll try. Let me get to this nav beacon first. I think get back out of the nav beacon. Is that it? Who's flying by just then? Yes, it was. There'll be people here that are pissed at me, so we're getting out.
Incoming mission critical message.
Everyone knows Libya is not supposed to frack with.
Oh, good. You guys have joined me. Excellent. Okay. Nav beacon failed. We don't have to track any particular targets. Oh, that's fine. I wasn't coming here to get that anyway.
4, 3,
all right.
2, 1, engage.
You guys want a banana? You get it. I know what some of you guys are here for. And I'm not here to shame you. But I do know if you leave after this, why you were here. It's got a lot of girth today. I don't know if I'm strong to finish eating this. So I got to do that again. I got a ball out of it. You're glad that you caught the stream. You've been watching my content for a while now. Well, welcome, welcome. This is where the content comes from. You just lurk while you work, huh? That was a 2-song banana. For you guys that do enjoy lurking, I did install the lurk system, so it will keep track and have a leaderboard of lurkers. I don't know if you're into that. I'm not even suggesting you do that, but for the last 2 years, I didn't have that, and now I do. So I'm just letting you know. I just installed it last week. That day yesterday, your computer was blue screening for a while, and you finally got sick of it. Called the place that built it, and found out it had 180 days of warranty left. So I had them test the RAM sticks, and just left 3 minutes down the road and got a call back from them. They found the faults, and so now you're waiting to see if the manufacturer will replace them. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, they've tripled the price of RAM since then. All the RAM I'm using is cheap, by the way. I'm using DDR3. You guys are worried about DDR5. I got a little banana on me? Where? There you go. Oh, I brought up the local map, not what I wanted to do. We want to go to convoy dispersal panel, conflict zones. Oh, a combat aftermath. I wasn't even familiar with that. We're going to start in medium intensity. If there's a high combat zone, I don't think I'm ready for it yet. I haven't done combat in a bit. New lurker, cool stuff you got. What's your faction? We are supporting the Operation Ida faction. New lurker, cool stuff you got. Oh, well, thank you, Ted Nerds World. Welcome, welcome. To make it clear, if you do exclamation lurk, it will send you a message that will let you know that you're in lurking status, and will monitor how long you're lurking, so it knows when you leave, and it knows when you come back, and it knows when you start talking again. I don't quite understand, but there were a bunch of people that did exclamation point lurk when I first started doing this, and I didn't realize what they were looking for. So I've added that feature for you. The feds are so mad at you, they're sending Corvettes out to get you. Yeah, there you go. So it marks that you're lurking now. The Empire are the best? Well, we've got beef with the Empire. I'm sorry, it breaks down to slavery, doesn't it always? The lurk thing only works on Twitch right now. There's not a YouTube version. So when you say lurk on YouTube, you get a different message. But I'm working on it. Wow, look how close these moons are, eh? Oh, interdiction. Inspection. Inspection, they say. Well, maybe I don't want to get pulled over. Oh, I meant to mention it to you guys. The local police are hassling me, even though I haven't done any violations. I'm getting reckless bends. Corpo's got the police in their pocket, man. They're working together. It's a conspiracy. Medium has a 5-man epic spec ops squad on each side that spawns in. It may out-target you when you spawn in. Well, we'll give it a try. We'll see. That's happened to me before. But let's try to hit it smart and see what happens. The Empire demands you enjoy slavery. Okay. Four-man elite squad. Okay. Okay, so we're in an instance now you know, the kind of instance dungeon you might see elsewhere. And we are in the middle. It immediately pops up and it asks you which side you want to join. Now, I've done this before, but never like on purpose. So I want to fight for the Ida faction. There we go. And now my side is green and their side is red with the IFF.
Scanning. Mission target. System Defense Force. Deadly. Lawless. Anaconda. Repeat offender. Bounty is 0 credits.
Okay, we switch it to combat mode. Oh yeah, John Smith is here with us. So I feel more confident coming out into the battle. And now we're joining the battle. We want to get, what was it, 12 guys? Is what we're after, I believe. Enjoy our shotgun, son. Oh, power to weapons.
Temperature critical.
I'm not the best at combat, as you guys know, but thanks to my wingman's help, we're getting this guy taken care of pretty quick. Boom! For the first time, I have scored a vote in this election. Seriously, they do measure it that way. They measure it by the amount of kills the players do. It's who basically wins the battle. If players don't interact with it, it chooses. I want to say randomly. I'm not 100% sure on that. Come on. Okay. Well, this ain't so bad. Let me lock onto you. Then I'll lock onto what you're shooting at. There we go.
Target shields offline.
Wasn't able to lock onto him for some reason. There we go. Locked on now.
Shield breach attack. Taking damage.
Yeah, it's harder to read the chat for sure. Hold on. I'm shooting this guy and reading what you guys are saying at the same time. Oh, I lost him. Not only are you not good at aiming, you're not good at flying. You can't be either, really.
Impulse attack. Trajectory disruption.
Yeah, you've avoided combat the whole time, and that's another cool feature of this game. I agree. All right, I need to meet up with my guys here. Let me get out of this combat zone for just a second. Get my bearings. Yeah, I'm gonna get out on purpose because I need to recharge my shields anyway. That should be good enough. Okay, power to the shields. Let's get shields back up to 100%, and then I'll rejoin the battle.
Target shields online.
Okay. Let's go to contacts, and we'll just lock onto what John's doing. There we go. Now that I've locked onto John, whatever John has targeted, I have targeted. Pretty sure that's how that works. Never mind. I'm at 50% shields, waiting for it to come all the way back up. Yeah, I winged up this time. I am capable of learning.
We have a friend request from Commander V0L4ND.
Yes, guys, thank you so much for the YouTube subscriptions. I'm above expectations. My goal is 100,000 subscribers. You know, I want that plaque. That's my goal. But we're doing well. So I'm not doing a call to action to ask for subscribers, except I kind of am because I'm doing it right now. Right? If you haven't subbed, now's a good one. Phew. Excuse me. We're gonna get to 30,000 subs soon. Should I buy some more balloons?
Target destroyed. Warning, corrosion. Damage resistance weakened.
We have to put at least some damage on a guy for it to count for us and our mission of 12.
Under attack.
We're at 81%. Woo!
Target destroyed.
Kill confirmed.
And we're backing out of here real quick. Okay, good. Good. You guys aren't talking much because you know I can't respond to much. I appreciate it. All right, so I'm waiting to get my shields actually back up this time. Let's take a look and see how we're doing with the... Oh, I can share this mission. Oh, cool. 12 ships so far, and we've done 5. Okay, so we are a little less than halfway there. Let me recharge real quick. Yeah, I'm not the best at pips either. But I've got the... Oh, thank you. That's what you meant to say. I actually thought I had it in full system. I did not. Oh yeah, we can actually win this battle, by the way, which we almost certainly will.
Under attack.
Scanning. Mission target. Spec Ops 1 Beta. Elite.
Oh, I didn't. I thought I had that guy selected. I guess not. There we go. We were on a break. Have some candy. That'll do it. All right, you guys don't want me to rest? That's fine. I'll kill you, then take a nap. Again, these are the corpo guys that have been misled by the Empire. The Empire has told them that they need to get rid of us in order to keep commerce going. But we're going to teach them the error of their ways. With missiles. This Kestrel Mark II, which is about to go up on the... it's about to come out of pre-release. And become affordable by everybody. I do recommend it. It is an excellent combat fighter. It's why I'm doing so much better than I have in the past. Target shields online. Let's take care of that real quick. There we go. And target offline. Boom, good fire.
Kill confirmed. Commander.
Alright. About how about you reboot at the speed less than 15 kilometers? Wait a minute.
No need to worry. The baby is here.
Yeah. You know, fighting and combat. You guys are giving me tips on how to be better, but some of your tips are just get good, just worded differently. But the thing about combat, playing the game in this zone, is that it's like doing push-ups. Everybody has an opinion on your form, but we're blowing these guys out of the sky. So I mean, yeah, I've got more capable people helping me out, but still. I got my cannons, I got my missiles, we're good. This will be the only one we do today. This is where we'll wrap it up. Well, assuming I've gotten enough kills. I'm not sure if I have, but they're backing out. We've actually won this battle. He's done.
Target destroyed.
I think everybody else is going to get away. Did we get enough to get 12? Oh, maybe not. Maybe we got time for a little more. Oh, I think we got this guy. Did he get away? Yeah, you must have. All right, guys, we won. We did it. Let's see if there's any loot worth getting. I'm looking for escape pods. I don't see any. All right, and now, oh, ran into a guy. Apologize if I did that. All right, now let's look at transactions and see if we got enough. We did. Okay, we did it, guys. Hold on. I actually feel like celebrating. We went into battle and we whooped them. That was great. Thank you so much to GB and John Smith for helping me make that look easy. We went into a battle and we won. I'm sorry, I'm just tickled pink. It's not the easiest thing to do, and we just whooped their ass, which does what we needed. Capital N needed to do today. We had to get some kills on the scoreboard in order for this day to count. Now, I know these guys have killed like 200, 300 guys so far. But me getting 12 in my block of time that I want to spend on this is perfect. Thank you guys so much. All right, let's see what you guys were saying. How many have I gotten towards the mission? Well, I got all 12. I bet VR in that setup makes it even more real. Not really. This is really, really real. VR does not enhance it as much as you might think. That is not a distant VR. It's a your perspective of VR does not include experience in this system. If you had a simulator, you would know that both of them are equal paths to the same immersion. Because that was real as hell. I flinched when we hit that truck. When we hit that ship, I flinched. Yeah, don't forget to click that like button, y'all. Thank you, not Nibbler. GB will be continuing the battle after we wrap up for the day. Thank you, GB.
Everyone knows Nibbler is not the goat to frack with.
Stop fracking with my goat if you know this. Stop trying to get my goat. All right, so that happened awful quick. I want to recap again. We came into the system. We got our war machine. We went off into battle. We actually chose a Civil War location. They were having battle between the two systems. We chose our side, and we decisively won that battle. That goes to the entire week of warfare. And when that week is wrapped up, which will be Thursday, maybe a little sooner.
We hope you find everything to your liking.
Once that happens, what you get? Oh man, Sandworm.
When you enter with green lights to your
once this war is over, they'll calculate who won each battle, and then they'll give the winner control of this station. They'll also get enough. Our side will also get enough influence to jump up to the second level, and then we repeat this entire process just with the Imps. So my animated thumbnail, where I said we were battling the Empire, is true because the Empire is bankrolling the corporate side, but we're about to poke holes in that, and we're about to force the Empire to deal with us directly, just not this week. But I am very happy with our progress.
Docking successful. Commence
Thank you everybody who's helped me do it.
Take note, Commander. The Civil War is currently affecting the area. Watch who you side with.
What flight stick and throttle do I use? I use the BKB Omni throttle and Gladiator combo. I don't know what James is using. Actually, I do know. He's shown off some of his rig on our Discord over in the Motion Sim section. Okay, let's, even though we're maxed out on, well, we're maxed out on reputation. So I guess we'll just take the money this time. Reputation increased anyway, so we're good. Okay. And I believe we're good in general. Let's go to the mission board.
This is a routine patrol.
Operation Ida.
There's nothing to worry about.
They won't take any money from us. Let's see if the see, I don't actually want to mess with the corpos too much. Lore wise, I want it to look like I did everything above board. We had some oh, well, thank you for the gift membership. You know what that means? We push the celebrate button again. We haven't overused that today. I hope you enjoy your gift membership. I stay salty. I hope this makes you a little less salty. Thank you, Mervkins, for the gift membership to Unsalty. All my homies hate the Empire. Go away, hate the Empire. So anyway, I don't want to take missions and fail on the Crimson Creative because we actually want them as allies once this conflict is over. We want them to be basically stay friendly, to know that this was a skirmish perpetrated by our actual enemies.
Your efforts are amusing.
Stop trying to get my goat! Stop it! The show's almost over. Can't we just get through the show without you getting my goat? Yeah, the FEI is going to be pissed and went and bought a bunch of FEI stuff. Yep. Are you elite partner yet? No, I don't expect to be. I am doing something that's technically unauthorized. Okay, let's sort this by influence. I'm looking at our enemies because they're about to be super mad at me anyway. So I'm going to accept some missions for them. Ones that increase influence. And then I'm going to fail them. And that will actually hurt their influence. You see? See how that works? Okay. We'll take every mission from them that we can. Because we have room for it. Okay. And then here's what we'll do. This will be fun. We haven't done this on screen in a while anyway. Beat the company to becoming friends. That's right. Well, we are doing this diplomatically. War happens sometimes, and people push. Oh, look at that. Somebody got stuck and they're getting destroyed. Oh, I don't have my hamper on.
You are go for departure.
I can't believe they're surviving this onslaught. Okay, so check this out. Now that we're out and free, we're actually going to die on purpose. Ship. Self-destruct. Self-destruct activated. Whoops. The confirmation wasn't the default. Self-destruct, confirm. There we go. Oh, we don't have any control of the ship once we do this. Okay.
Is there any tea on this mission?
And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Too bad, Commander.
When we die and we have outstanding missions, it's the easiest way for those to count as fail. Not every mission we have will fail by doing that, but some of them will. And so I thought it'd be a good way to end our stream. Because we're going to respawn right back where we were, right back on our bay, like nothing bad happened. Oh, I lose my bounties when I die. Yep. He's right. I forgot to turn my bounties in. That's elite for you. There's always a detail you need. And what's funny to me is you guys always say that shit afterwards. So here's Stochastin being helpful, right? I said I was going to activate that that self-destruct
We're docked at
way
India Sector in
before
285 sector,
the delay of the
VF
stream would have affected you.
27-6.
So you heard me say that, and you were like, interesting.
We're aboard
And then you
your
waited
unmanned
till I
Kestrel
activated
Mark
it,
II.
and then you said, hey, you
The
know,
maximum
because that
drop
happens
weight
way
of
too
this
much
ship
for that to be an
is
accident.
34.43 light years.
Bond survive, but not bounties.
We have missions.
Well, let's take a look.
outstanding.
Let's see if we
The
can turn
first
them in.
mission expires in 23 hours and 54 minutes. Mission is
Administrative
expansion
contact.
data.
We don't want to turn
courier
the bonds in
code
with them.
285 sector GK-EE A55-0.
So we'll see if we've got any to turn into bond contract. Okay. There we go. Okay, we got to keep them. Good. We got to keep them. It counts. That's important because it affects the influence on what we're doing. It hurts the local guys to turn those bounties in. So. They may show up, but they are not there. Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. They may show up. So that was a bit of a glitch that they showed up at all. Well, that's okay. You know, I'm allowed to make mistakes. That was definitely a mistake. I should have turned those in, and then I should have died. But let's see if I was right and I lost any of these missions. Yep, we did. By doing that, we lost 2 of the planetary scan jobs. So those are instant fails if you die. So I was able to, on our way out the door, upset these guys some more. So let's see. Commander, you have failed to complete the mission. It's clear we picked the wrong pilot for the job. Oh, I'm so sorry, Empire. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't enjoy the piece. I'm sorry. And that's why they kicked me off the station right there. Well, I don't know. I turned him in one way or another. So that's the best we've got. And that is going to be it for today. We're gonna hand off to some other folks real quick. Let's see who's available for us. Let's see. Twitch side makes it easy. There's a little raid button. And then I can see who's available. Now would be a good time if you wanted to go live, GB. But you've only got a minute before I lose patience. Man, why is it so easy on Twitch and so hard on YouTube? You know what? Oh, you just went live? Okay, GB just went live. Okay. Search channels to find raid. I hate doing this part because it takes me a second of me muttering like an old man. But that's okay. We'll get it. Gentle Berserker. There we go. So we're going to raid Gentle Berserker, which is good for a couple of reasons. One, he's been a great support to us to begin with, and 2, the battle continues. So if you're enjoying this battle, you could just keep watching it. That's over on the Twitch side. I'm pretty sure you're not dual streaming to YouTube. So let's see who we can hand over on the YouTube side. And then on Wednesday, I'm handing over to Storm again. Storm, who said, "Hey, I've seen you." Somebody noticed me. Holy shit. What happens when you're docked to the station when you become hostile with its owner? I can tell you firsthand what happens. They start shooting at you like we just saw. They try to shoot you inside the cargo bay and nothing happens. And then when you reboot, when you join the game again, you wake up in prison. Because that's what happened to me. It was great. I wish that it happened on camera. Because I was like, how dare you throw me off my own station? This is an outrage. Nope. There's nobody available on the YouTube side, guys. YouTube makes it really difficult. So we're going to raid over to GB on the Twitch side. And then you guys will just have to join Twitch. That's just all there is to it. But we're ready to do that. So we will be back on Wednesday, and we're going to pick up where we left off. But next time, we're going to do it on the ground. I'm going to do some SRV missions. We're going to start off the exact same way. We're going to do some kind of mission that gets us away and lets us do some political goodwill, and then we'll come back and we'll end the day blowing the shit out of these guys. And that should win the war for us, because we'll be offline on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but that should win the war during that time. And then when we come back the next week, we'll probably be at war again, and then we'll have control of the whole system. So I'm really enjoying this. This has been particularly great. Keep chatting for a couple of minutes. GB's got some ads going. Okay. I'll adjust my hat. You guys didn't say much about my patches. I really was waiting to hear from you. So this is how we'll do it. I'll make it easy on myself. I'll make the patch kit like this. Pop this in a different envelope. Nope. Pop this in a different envelope, and this will be the patch kit that you can get from the store. It's the same one that I'm wearing right now, along with the medallion. Well, mine's your prototype, but you get what I mean.
Patrol waypoint reached. Scanning.
Well, I'm going to hand over to you, Jeeps, because I got nothing else to say. I do want to thank you guys so much for joining me today. It really was a lot of fun. I hope you come back on Wednesday as we wrap this up. As we teach the Empire that we do not want them here, and no matter how much might they have, the will of the people will always prevail. This is literally a thing we're doing. All happy nomad. Good day and goodbye. Hello and goodbye. Goodbye to anybody that I have not said hello to. We are done for the day. So again, I will be back in basically 48 hours, 44 hours. So I hope to see you then. In the meantime, don't get my goat.
I outrank all of you.
He outranks all of you. Bye, Nibs. Don't try to get my goat. Look out for yourselves. It is important, especially now. Help out somebody if you can. If you see somebody that could use a little assistance, give it to them. You're at all able. Never punch down, but punch up if you can. Don't forget to drink your water. Take your pills. I will see you guys next time. You guys have a good night. 07 Commanders. And bye.